What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's Common Sense Investor coming at you with another live stream. And tonight we're going to be talking about the town hall meeting update. What's going on? Who's in? Who said they're out? And so forth. I'm going to wait a few minutes, let some people jump in here. I see there's 8 people already. Comment so I know who's in this son of a gun. What's happening? Shoot over here. All right. Let's see. Slick House. Slick House. Kiss my ass. How about that? Drunk ass YouTuber. What's up, everybody? Joseph in the house. Edward, Brenda. Let me see, Brenda. Boom. Brenda is now a moderator. Yay. She got her wrench. You're not wearing pants. I hope you got shorts on. Edward. D-Mo, what's happening? Mark, stock market junkie. Always around. I love you, man. Tonight we're going to be talking about the town hall meeting that I'm trying to structure. Just get a couple more people on here. Jimmy, nice to see you. Love you too. Kentucky. Man, Kentucky's a beautiful state, I bet. California? You still living in California? Zip zap. Whoop whoop. I'm doing well, man. I've been looking after my pop. He fell, but he's gonna be okay. He was going to the bathroom at night, so I put him on a night light in there. There ain't gonna be no haters, Joseph. We'll take care of that. What's up, Shirley? Nice to see you. I'm gonna be talking about the town hall meeting and the fact that I just got through watching the Mandalorian De Niro Froggy stream. What's up? What's up, Tech? I figured out how to do it, Brenda. I can't do it on the Restream platform. I had to go to YouTube and do it. Mark, I see you, buddy. Texas or Florida. I don't think there's going to be enough room in Texas and Florida for everybody. Everybody's fleeing their states and going to Texas and Florida. Good God. Bokeh 420. Bokeh. I don't know what Bokeh means, but I know what 420 means. What's up? And I make the cluster field. I'm fixing to sell that song because I got somebody interested in it. Texas representing in the house with Juicy. JoJo. Tennessee. I want to go to Tennessee. I would love to visit Tennessee, Kentucky, South Carolina. I love just my whole life. I've watched movies and stuff where they film it there, and I'm thinking, wow, these are some beautiful fucking states. Oops, YouTube just demonetized my channel. Oklahoma in the house. What's up? Thoughts on Mullen? I'm not sure. We'll look at the chart in just a few minutes. In fact, let me pull up the chart. What are we looking at here? Charts. I'm watching Mullen. I haven't got a position in Mullen yet, but I kind of got a feeling I better. AMC. The first thing that popped up is AMC, of course, in the charts, and it looks so fucking pretty. Next week's going to be a nice week. George Carlin. I wish I could make jokes like George Carlin. Weehall. I'm here for y'all, man. I wasn't going to do a show. I like to do a Monday pre-market show, but I said, fuck it. After I watched that live stream just now, I figured I might as well. I'm drinking coffee right now. I got to stay sober for my live streams, right? one particular YouTuber, I wasn't there, but they made a comment concerning me being stoned, and I'm like, hey, I represent Sundial. Fuck you. Bethany, Brenda. You used to live in Bethany. Okay. Jabby, good to see you, man. Humble servant, always around. Love you, man. Thank you for showing up. I'm gonna get started in just a few minutes. I want to give uh people time to get here because I'm gonna be talking about a sober stream. Yeah, but don't look for a sober stream tomorrow. Man, I got a lesson coming up that's gonna blow y'all's mind. A lot of people like it when I do the graphic stuff, and let me see it. Yeah, that's it. Let me see. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I'm at 6 minutes. Y'all fixing to get a B Ghost, what's up? Y'all fixing to get a preview of a lesson that I'm fixing to do. That's I think is gonna be pretty good. So y'all get a look at it early. I'm starting off with this Apex Clearinghouse and all the brokerage firms that are through Apex. The result of maximum individual customer limits of $37.5 million is what Apex has for each individual uh insurance. Basically it's 37.5 million. All right, and then the next thing is here's what happens if you switch brokers. I break it down. There's the new narrative, Terra Bull. I talk about Terra Bull, and I show that they're bleeding, and then what the new narrative is and how we're going to be able to combat it. That'll be tomorrow, though. And the reason it's going to be tomorrow is just so you know, I've invested $299 in a video editing program called Camtasia. I've used it in the past, and I can't wait till tomorrow. What's up, Hayden? I can't wait till tomorrow. Roll Tide. Hey, man. Hey, Carla. We don't play that Roll Tide stuff here. I'm from Louisiana. You know that. Y'all stole our coach. Timmy, what's happening? Queen of Swords. I'm going to get with Brenda. I'm going to find out what the Queen of Swords is. I think I figured it out. I was going to ask her, and I'm doing some research. I think I figured out why she calls herself Queen of Swords. Don't tell me till I figure it out. Me and Brenda email back and forth. Let me tell you something about Brenda. A lot of people don't like Brenda. What's up, Nomad? Ham's in the house. Ham, you want to come on with me? Send me an email at commonsenseinvestor2022@gmail.com. I'll have your email and I'll be able to send you the link. I'm not supposed to smoke either. YouTube blast my ass. Okay, one more person and we'll get started on what's going on with the town hall. Oh, Weber's loading up. Oops, I should have done this, huh? So I could share the link. I want people that have not signed up for the town hall to please sign up. So I'm getting the link right now. Copy the URL. This is the link to the town hall that I'm structuring. All right, 100 people. Let's talk about the town hall. First off, let me talk about what a town hall is, people, because either the other YouTubers who stream don't understand what a town hall is, or they're just interested in making live streams and videos. I ain't gonna say for money, but here's what a town hall is. When I'm live streaming and you're here, that's a town hall. I was wondering where my lighter was. I'm streaming, you're here on this channel. This is a town hall meeting because AMC investors are here in the chat and watching the channel. That is a town hall meeting. What just happened over there at the Massalorian Tony DeNiro Froggy live stream? I say it like that because they've learned that they can all share their YouTube channels so they can get paid. Whatever. But the point is this, that was a town hall meeting. There were people that hold AMC in that channel watching people who are giving AMC updates and so forth. That is a town hall meeting. They had one tonight. I'm having one now. What I'm trying to do is structure it to where everybody comes together on one live stream. I ain't talking about sharing the screen so that everybody can talk like Massalorian and Tony D and Froggy and KC. No, that is a town hall meeting. But I want people who know what they're talking about, who can express our feelings concerning what's going on in the company with our stock. For example, the purchase of the gold mine. Now, after further research, the gold mine's a good idea. I mean, I hate to say it. It's not just a gold mine, it's a gold and silver mine. And let me tell you something about Brenda. Brenda's is an expert researcher. She sends me, when I say I need this, Brenda sends it to me. She goes and finds the receipts, and she sent me something on that gold mine that's just amazing. So yeah, they're lootubers. They're not YouTubers, they're lootubers. They want to talk about loot. Tonight was the first night they didn't talk about loot much. Maybe it was because of my last video. Red Star sent me an email. We will go to the moon, Rosa, and it's not going to zero. Now, it may fall. It may fall. I got a friend called the Parker, and his channel is called the Parker channel. Me and him communicate all the time. And he believes, don't get upset with me, this is his DD. He believes it's going to run up to 20 and then fall back down to 3. If it falls back down to 3, some bitch, you know what's going to happen. We'll gobble it up like nothing, but people will get scared and they'll start selling off. But it won't matter because at the price that it's going to be, everybody's going to pick the fucking slack up. So there's no worry. What's up, Ken? Brenda, I hadn't had a chance to see it all. I got in there about the last 30 minutes. Y'all leave the ape father alone. Now, he's a sick and twisted man, don't get me wrong. But he's an AMC shareholder. He's part of the family. He's kind of like the uncle that we don't like to talk about, but he is part of our family. What's up, Richard? Yeah, if it goes to 3, motherfucker, y'all crazy. Drop this bitch to 3 and see what happens. But then again, if it drops to 3, in accordance to my theses, that's the computer algorithm, that's what they want us to do. But I'm going to give them what they want. I'm going to buy more. I'm buying more AMC tomorrow. I will be able to video, and that's what I love about this Camtasia program. I'm going to record myself buying more AMC tomorrow, and I'll be able to block out the sensitive information, blur it out because of the Camtasia editing. And y'all will watch me. Every time I say I buy something, I will video it and I will post it live for y'all. Right now, I did purchase some shares of Highcroft just because. I'm sick of it going down too. I'm ready for it to rip, and it could rip next week. Let's get this shit out the way. I don't give a fuck, man. Lou's been arrested for fraud and people take advice from him. Listen to me. I have been to prison. It all depends upon a man's heart. You go into jail, It can make you worse or it can make you better. It all depends on the person. So because he's been arrested has nothing to do with whether he's right or wrong. Hey, Angel, good to see you here. You from Chicago? Oh my gosh, you're still in Chicago? It's a war zone. That's worse than Ukraine. And I'm saying hello to Melissa. Glad y'all are both watching. You would be surprised at the people that's been arrested. Listen to me. Where I'm from, if you ain't went to jail by the time you're 21, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's been to jail where I'm from. My brother's at peak. My brother's in jail right now because he has a girlfriend and he moved in with them and she had two girls. And he wanted to play the father role. He wanted to be the disciplinary. He wanted to, every time they got in trouble at school, block their internet so they couldn't get on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and all that other bullshit. And they said he raped them. And they come and arrested him. And he's in jail for that. And they will not let him go. The girls have now said it didn't happen. They just didn't want him around anymore. It was that easy to put that man in jail. A lot of innocent people in jail. It is corrupt. But let's talk. I want to talk about the town hall meeting, people. Yeah, no shit. Google me. Ham said Google him. And you find out. But let me say something real quick about all these people that's been in jail and so forth and so on. We got some motherfuckers in this play. They don't want to play games at the end of this because we got motherfuckers in this play that have heart. They're not going to let it go down stupid. What's up, paperclip? 18 months. Warren, I did 18 months in solitary in the dungeon at Angola. And I've spent the rest of my time helping people too. Yeah, see, fast. That's the way it's supposed to be. There was an old saying back in the day that said it's better for 100 guilty people to go free than to convict one innocent man. It's flipped now. It's better to convict 100 innocent people because there's a for-profit prison system in operation. What's up, Pack 392? Town hall meeting. Listen, people, I put the link in the chat, and what I'm trying to do is I had the Massalorian. I talked to him about hosting the event, and I said him because what the fuck? It's cold here, and all the bugs want to come inside where I got the heater on. I need to make an AMC donut, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, let's talk Mark. Mark had a good question. What is my vision with the town hall meeting, and what do I hope to accomplish? It's very simple. We come on here and we spend 3 hours, 4 hours talking about our feelings concerning AMC. Now, what I'm trying to do is get qualified individuals to sit on a panel. You know, like we have these live streams and we got Cam from the Wolfpack and Massalorian and Tony and all this talking about the stock. What I'm trying to do is arrange a group of people who can talk about what concerns us. For example, the FTDs. The FTD problem has to be addressed. It's an AMC problem, and it has to be addressed. Adam Aaron needs to address why there's such a high level of FTDs in AMC stock. It's dragging our stock price down That's what needs to be covered. Now, Jackson Hunter has agreed to come and do a 20-minute presentation on the FTD problem and what we can do about it, the problem it is with AMC and the stock. I mean, and that's going to be Jackson Hunter. We can count on Jackson Hunter presenting a well-disciplined presentation. Now, rather Adam Aaron shows up, or rather a representative from AMC shows up to hear our concerns, I don't know. What we will do if they decide they don't want to show up, that would be a mistake, because the shareholders are speaking and they're not wanting to. They don't care to hear what we're going to say. Listen, they're going to send somebody to listen to our presentations. I want to get Rico there, because last year they talked about wanting to dilute the stock by 25 million shares, and the shareholders said no. Adam Aaron tweeted, I hear y'all. Okay. He's going to tweet again. He hears us again, because rather there's somebody there or not, it will be recorded, and the recording will be sent to AMC, and Adam Aaron will see it, whether he's there or not. And we're hoping that we can get the FTD problem. Yes, but Pantheon is like me. I'm not going on a live stream where there's a bunch of idiots who only want to talk about loot. I'm through with that. Either we're going to talk AMC business. The reason I chose the Mandalorian is because of his backdrop. It looks professional. He could have moderated it. He could have introduced Jackson Hunter. He could have introduced Rico. He could have introduced Tara Bull, or whoever else is going to give a presentation concerning our concerns, their concerns about AMC stock. Once we finish the town hall meeting, we will forward it to Adam Aaron if he's not there. But believe one thing, people, if we can get 5,000, 10,000, I mean, I've seen that many on a live stream before, but if we can get 10,000 shareholders together, that's approximately 3 to 5 million shares are represented, and maybe more, because some people are holding a whole lot. And if they're there at that town hall meeting, then it don't matter if Adam Aaron is interested or not. You got to remember, shareholders can fire his fucking ass. A formal invite to Adam Aaron, that's right. Issue a formal invite to Adam Aaron or an AMC rep to make it public. Absolutely. But first, I got to line up the YouTubers who like AC Biggums. Who would like to see AC Biggums come on a town hall meeting and address AMC, Adam Aaron, or representatives of the board, whatever, and express our concerns? Well, I'm concerned about the top and bottom lines too, because I'm going to continue to hold AMC even after the squeeze. When it squeezes and it runs up and I make a lot of money, I'm going to wait for it to fall back down to what I believe is the fundamental price, which is somewhere between 20 and 30. And when it gets back down to those levels after the squeeze, I'm back in, and I'm hoping to have about 10,000 shares of AMC. Biggums is one smart cat, Clutch says. Yes, he is. And he's a well-speaking person. See, I don't want idiots up there who are going to be talking about, I think and why can't we do this? And I want to buy this. Whatever. I suggested buying GME. If we can buy a gold mine, then we could buy a GME and put in our portfolio of AMC, because GME is going to squeeze. Do you realize, because I suggested AMC buy GME, 15 people unsubscribed from me? I don't give a fuck. I still feel that way. Biggums is a beast. That's why I sent the invitation, but he hasn't responded. Maybe I'm not big enough. I don't know. Uh-oh, let me put that up on the board. Totally agree, Mark said that Massalorian would be a perfect moderator. Just keep it professional as possible. That's the whole point. See, this is a town hall meeting, and Massalorian can come on and he can introduce the next speaker, which would be Jackson Hunter. He'd give a history of Jackson Hunter and who he is, and then Jackson Hunter could present the FTD problem. Massalorian said no, though. He don't want to do it. He doesn't think it's possible, so he's out. So I had to take his picture off of the capture page as the host. I put mine. I said, fuck it, I'll host the meeting. I will introduce Jackson Hunter and let Jackson Hunter say his part. I will introduce AC Biggums and let him talk his part. I'll introduce Pantheon and let him do his part. And then we will send the recordings to AMC. They're going to hear our voice. Yeah, I know Biggums is having problems at home. I understand that. Boss Blunts. I got a problem with Boss Blunts. It's his name. We have to have a competition of who's the bigger blunt. One of us has to take, he's got the name Boss Blunts. I deserve that title. But I love him. No, Tony wouldn't be. Tony, no. What I seen just a little while ago, a question was asked, and then he said, well, John, because I just sent John Wick. Oh, I couldn't send John Wicks. I wish that son of a bitch would come on and see us. I'd love to have him on. But he asked John Wicks, well, what's your opinion about this question? And John Wicks explained his why he feels the way he feels. And then Tony, it was a setup. Tony asked him his opinion simply so that he could disagree with him. That's Tony's style. "85% of the people die in Angola. 85% of the people are lifers in Angola." And here's the thing. The lifers came to me. They asked me would I do a presentation for the Louisiana legislators that was coming to Angola to check it out and do a prison reform speech. And I did. And I got a standing ovation from the legislators. I got job offers from 2 of them. And I told them I can't do it. And they said, why? I said, I can only speak about things I'm passionate about. I'm not the type of person that if you want me to talk about, for example, abortion, and you want me to be pro-abortion, I can't speak on that because there will be no passion. I do not believe in abortion. So I'm not one of those ones who tie themselves to something and I have to only speak about what they believe. It's not me. If I disagree with you, I don't know what USP jail is, but Angola has been ranked the most bloodiest prison in the nation. But I don't want to talk about Angola. We're talking about the town hall meeting. If everybody can understand, a live stream where you are a participant is a town hall meeting. A town hall meeting is simply a place where the community comes together and expresses their concerns. I told y'all about that. It's like our water system. Every other day, we have a boil alert. We have to boil our water before we drink it. Why? We're spending millions on a water treatment plant that don't work. So in a town hall, people come together and they express their concerns to the mayor or whatever. And damn, them fucking black ants. I don't know where they're coming from. Tomorrow I'm gonna get an exterminator. They're coming inside because of the weather. So I'm fixing to put an end to that. There would be a competent person running it. That is a major plus going for a town hall that Ape Karen, Ape Karen didn't have. I don't know who Ape Karen is, but that's what I mean. We want professionals that they will respect to lead the meeting. Like, for example, if this was it, let's say, for example, this is it, and and Jackson Hunter's over here on standby, waiting for me to click the button to let him in. So I would introduce Jackson Hunter. I would talk about his experience with AMC, and then I would let Jackson Hunter in, and Jackson Hunter would give the presentation right now. And there would be 5 to 10,000 people there watching to show Adam Aaron and the board we have concerns. So please sign up for the town hall meeting where I can send you alerts and let you know what's going on, if it's been changed. They're everywhere. These black fucking ants. I'm afraid that one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm fucking covered. The house is covered in black ants like in the movie. Do you think they will do to us like the London Metal Exchange did to nickel? Okay, I'm gonna go back to the stream that I was just on. They asked John Wick Sniping, what did he think? Did he think that they would do to us like they did the LME exchange? And he said no. The reason he felt that way is because if they pulled that shit here with AMC, the people would revolt. And that's a fact. I agree with him. Oh, I don't want them red ants in the house. Good God. Them some they call cow ants down here. But he answered the question correctly. If they pulled that shit right here, we ain't having it. I've been watching what's going on in London and what their reaction is. And if their people over there take it, that's on them. But here in America, we're not going to have it. You pull that, well, the price runs up to $700 and $800. They stop it and they say, no, we're going to back it up to the day before at 12 o'clock. The price is at 90. Now you can trade with that. No, motherfuckers. I sold it 300. You're going to give me my fucking money. They shut off the buy button. Hold on. Let me get to Fred. What's up, Fred? Good to see you here. They're getting tired of it. Warren, they're getting tired of it. They're not going to revolt. The action that most people will have as a revolt would be to sell their shares. But if they shut the buy button off, listen, it doesn't matter. When they shut that buy button off last year and trades and all of them were screaming, it's unfair. They were wrong, and either they know they were wrong and they just wanted to keep making videos about AMC, or they're just crazy. The buy button disappearing means absolutely nothing to us in the squeeze. That means they can't sell. In other words, when they took the buy button from us, they took the sell button from them. They couldn't sell it. They could not create any more synthetics. They had to clean up their mess. But because all the YouTubers went to crying and people went to revolting, they said, you know what? I got an idea. Turn that fucking buy button back on. Let these dumb motherfuckers keep buying, even though there's no shares. So they turned it back on. And we went into this process of rips and dips because they knew we would buy. I don't care. If Monday morning they took that buy button, I wouldn't give a fuck. You better not touch that sell button, because if you take the sell button, that's when we get upset. But there's been too much emphasis on this buy button disappearing shit, people. It meant nothing. That meant the squeeze was on. That meant the price would have continued to go up, which it did for 2 days. And then after they put the buy button back, it went up for 2 days. People say, well, if they take the buy button, where's the buy pressure coming from? Where do you think the buy pressure will come from? If they take the buy button away from us, I'm going to ask you a question. if they take the buy button away, where will the buying pressure come from? Answer me that. Can anybody guess? Of if we can't buy, then who's going to be buying? Roach motels. I may invest in a hotel, and I may have to get rid of the roaches. I don't know. Right now, we're talking about the buy button. So anybody chatting, anybody in the comments, y'all welcome to say hello to everybody. But tell me what you think. If they take the buy button away, then where will the buying pressure come from? And I'm gonna wait for an answer. Nobody knows where the buy pressure will come from if they take the buy button. Boom. He's got it from the short sellers. When they take our buy button away, that means they have removed us from the buying pool. They are in there. Right now, they have 3. It's days to cover equals like 3, maybe 4. To be honest with you, doing my math, days to cover is like 200 days. It would take them 200 days to buy back all the synthetics that they've created. The hedgies, that's right. If they take your buy button away, it's because they are busy buying. They're waiting on you to hit the sell button. That's why the sell button didn't disappear, people. The hedge funds are buying. That's right. Everybody's getting the answers right. Look at that. Let's see. Brenda, hedgies. Mike, hedge funds. Easter Beast, hedgies, I guess. See? No. Let's get something straight. They took the buy button away from us. They took the sell button away from them. See? As long as your sell button's there, they can buy. As long as your sell button is there, they can buy. They take the buy button away because they can't sell anymore. That is them saying, clean up your fucking mess. Mike said the brokers are going to be buying. That's right. So don't fear the buy button disappearing. When the buy button disappears, a certain part of your anatomy should get hard. When that buy button disappears, that means, oh, the squeeze is on, bitch. Let's go. Finger on the sell button. How much? 800, 900, 1,000, 1,200. Fuck it. I'll sell 5 shares at 1,200. 2,000, 2,500. Fuck it. I'll sell 10 shares at 2,500. The sell button doesn't disappear because they're busy buying the shares that they need, that we hold. We do need blockchain. We went into a holding period. When they turned that buy button back on, the hedgies figured out a new strategy. They knew retail would buy. So they turned the buy button back on and said, fuck it. And they let it run. And they dipped to stop. And we bought. And it ripped. And FOMO kicked in and they bought. And then it dipped and we bought some more. So the buy button was a bad thing. The screaming about the buy button disappearing, they should have said, you know what? Fuck that buy button. Don't touch the sell button. Take the buy button. We don't care. Ryan says no broker got enough money for this play, not even Fidelity. The brokers do. The little brokers do. Everybody switched from Webull. 75% of AMC holders switched to the bigger brokers like Fidelity, Morgan Stanley, Charles Schwab. They went over there. They left Webull, they left Robinhood, they left Public, and they all switched because of what? Because of what? Because YouTubers told them to. And what they done was, well, I'll explain that in tomorrow's video. But what they done was they released the pressure from the smaller brokers and moved everything over to the higher brokers. Now, the 25% of the people like me who hold shares of AMC and Webull, I'm not concerned at all. They're not going to fuck over me in Webull or Public. I'm not in Robinhood, but I've got 5 brokers. But I'm not worried about it because everybody fled the smaller brokers. They took the smaller brokers out of the squeeze, basically. I'll explain that. I've explained it in one video and I'll explain it tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe so you can be alerted of when my new video comes out tomorrow. It's going to be good. And I'm not going to talk about loot. Charles Payne. Mike says we need to involve Charles Payne. What I need to do first is get enough people registered so that when we have the town hall meeting, when I click that we're going live with the town hall meeting, I can send notifications through email to everybody. We don't want to trust YouTube to fucking put the word out. But Charles Payne will report on this if we have enough people. John Stewart, look, let me tell you something about John Stewart. I love John Stewart. At the end of my day, before I turn my computer off, I go watch The Problem with John Stewart. I love him. But the fact is, he's too high up. He's not gonna come on my live stream. But I would love him to. Oh my God. And perhaps he'll interview me. Once we get enough people in the live registered for the actual town hall where the professionals are there to give their presentation to the board of AMC, John Stewart might see it. We'll send him a copy of the town hall and he may do a segment on it. He will do a segment on it because he's big on retail. I couldn't say the name. TJA2490 says tomorrow we'll wake up and this will just be the same shit in another week. Well, that's where the phrase same shit, different day comes in. But you know that gut feeling? I got a gut feeling. That's a very good question. The town hall, except I disagree. The town hall won't be anything but talking heads speculating. So what will it actually solve? They're not going to be speculating. They're going to be bringing facts. Do you know if AC Biggums speculates his feelings? No, he brings receipts. And the people that I'm trying to line up will bring receipts and express our concerns to the board of AMC. If you're in Fidelity, it went too fast. Switched to Fidelity from Webull and regret it. When they were hollering, switch, 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 I said, no, no, no. I was telling everybody, no, 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 y'all stop. Don't do that. You're taking the smaller brokers out of the squeeze. They're not worrying about the squeeze now. Webull does not worry about the squeeze. They just need enough money to cover the 25% of the shareholders of AMC that are left over there. So I'm not worrying about it. I also have the ability to buy and sell in the pre and post market through Webull. That's why I use it. I don't promote it because everybody wants to talk shit and I'd have to spend 5 videos explaining why you should be in Weeble. If anything else, for no other reason than pre and post market. Now you can go to Fidelity and you can upgrade, I believe, and you can have pre and post market trading. I'm not sure because I'm not. I've got a Fidelity account. I just haven't purchased there yet. In Fidelity, I may purchase because I'm buying tomorrow. I'm buying 25 shares tomorrow. I'm going to record it and show y'all, and I'm going to buy it in Fidelity, probably. If not, I may buy it in Weeble. I like Weeble because it's so simple. People talk payment for order flow. Man, shut the fuck up. Payment for order flow. If any extra volume that's coming in from buying or selling pressure goes to the dark pool, PF, it doesn't matter. Payment for order flow. It doesn't matter, people. They're going to move whatever pressure they don't need on that stop. Fuck, I wouldn't talk to Trey. Trey's went through some kind of period where he had the goatee going on. I mean, in the beginning, he was a well dressed, always professional individual because he was supposed to be in the military. Next thing I know, he makes $1 million. He's not in the military no more. It looks like him and Astro live together, and he grows a goatee, got a big black dildo that he's showing everybody. I'm like, what the fuck, Trey? And then in the recent one, he's doing. Nah, I mean, I was putting a shirt on in my videos. I'm not going to do a video without a shirt, but I didn't know it was recording. He just did a video where he don't even have a fucking shirt on. How unprofessional! And I know I'm the last one to talk about professional because I smoke weed and drink my beer during videos. But put a shirt on, man, at least. Hey, father just did one in the fucking bathtub, and I told him, "Come on, man." Oh no, hold on. Let me address this real quick about Jon Stewart. Let me tell you something about Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is not necessarily looking for an audience. Jon Stewart was on Comedy Central and he left that. And I still watch those videos. If you ever seen the video, have y'all seen the video of Jon Stewart talking about Jim Cramer? It's just hilarious. It's hilarious how he runs Jim Cramer in the fucking dirt. But he don't need an audience, man. That man, when he does a video, he gets 250,000 viewers. So it's not about the view count with him. I believe Jon Stewart is serious in his heart. He's been to Congress fighting for veterans, and now he's fighting for a free and fair market. I respect the man. BBC, I don't know what that means. Be careful. Better be careful. Lou said that Trey's got vision problems. I don't understand what that means. I'll look into that. I'll find out why. I will call A. Weber tomorrow and find out why people aren't getting their red email to confirm it. Let me write your name down. Carla. Carla what? Sometimes it doesn't get there immediately, but I'll look into it. Boom, boom. David said boom, boom. I don't understand what you mean. Okay, let's see what she says. I don't care what you do or don't own. Kick that ignorance to your wife. We don't need it here. First off, Adrian, I'm not married. Secondly, I don't know what ignorance you're talking about. Tony's in the house. Tony Drunk's in the house. Fred. Still, he could put a fucking shirt on. Oh, Okay, Adrian. Yeah, the ignorance has to stop. All these fucking live streams like they did one the other day, 4 hours talking about the guy from New York. I said, how fucking ridiculous. Nobody got any encouragement from that. Let's encourage. I'm trying to encourage you. I'm trying to gather everybody together and say, hey, AMC board, we've had enough of the bullshit. What's up with these FTDs that's holding our price down? Make them cover. See? That's the kind of shit I'm talking about right there with Boomer. Over there licking himself. I ain't gonna say where. And then he's gonna come over here and want, man, bitch, go on. You just got through licking your balls. How long does mow ass last? It depends upon how long they halt to stop. All right, y'all stop with the infighting. We're all one here. Boom. You know what? Fuck it. Y'all hold on just a second. I need a new chair, don't I? The chair catalyst that they always talk about. Look at that. Boom. Y'all want to see Boomer? Y'all want Boomer to make an appearance? God damn, that's good. Fuck coffee. Boomer. Let me see, man. Let me see. You ain't getting no kisses. Oh, man. Oh, that's a good man. Say hey to everybody. I can't kiss you, bitch. You was just licking your balls. Look at you licking his lip. Boy, that was good. Man, you sick. I love my man. We getting a recliner? What? What? Y'all watch his reaction. Y'all ready? Like this shit. Hey, want a treat? Want I don't want to be held. I want a treat. Let me get him a treat real quick. These are his treats. What? What? What you want? You want one of these? Oh, bye. He's gone. What's Boomer doing? He's eating his fucking treat now. I figured if I got a beer, he could have a treat. No. See, that's the big thing. They're focusing on Lou. Lou and his friends. First off, Lou said he's not selling. So that ends that. You got to take the man at his word till he's proven wrong. But his friends are saying sell. And you heard my video. I said, Lou, you need to straighten that shit up. If you're gonna ride with these motherfuckers, people ain't liking that. But they could sell everything they own. Do you realize what's his name? Meet Kevin sold $20 million worth of stock. Nobody made a fucking video about that. You know, the ones that are crying about the guy from New York. Nobody cried about Meet Kevin selling 20 million shares or $20 million worth of stock. Now, not all AMC, but how come nobody got upset about Meet Kevin doing that? Now Meet Kevin's back. He's like, okay, now's a good time to get back into the market. So everybody's following him again. Makes no sense to me. Do you think they're going to wait 1 year to cover cause tax purposes? Because the run up in June, they had to pile up on their short positions. I don't think, listen, it's ran by an algorithm, which I believe BlackRock is behind. Everybody has an algorithm. Tony tried to correct me and tell me everybody's got an algorithm. Yes, they do. Everybody's got an algorithm. They can only be one boss, and that's BlackRock. And BlackRock has got shares in a lot of shares in AMC. They want this to rip, but they're waiting for the time for it to rip. I don't think they're going to wait another year. No. Listen, people, I believe this shit is so close. People that are selling, they're going to fucking regret it. Because haven't you learned anything in the market that when you buy stock, that motherfucker crashes? Every time I used to be, every time I buy a stock, I'm like, what the fuck? Are they looking at my and see me do this? Because every time I buy, the stock falls. Well, it's not fixing to fall out, I don't think. Now, Parker disagrees with me, but I want it to run, so maybe that's just my heart. But I think next week's gonna be fucking fabulous. Timmy said everybody needs to chill. We gonna run. We gonna run. All right. This right here, I'm gonna make a note of it. ALADDIN. Booze, you got information on that? If you would, I would love to see it. And I'll make a video and give you a shout out. No stock will squeeze before it's time. What used to say that? That something is no good until it's time. I can't remember. I think it was a wine. I want information. I'm gonna Google it, I guess. See if I can find it again. Now he's back. Robot Godzilla. Robot Godzilla. Listen, Robot Godzilla, yes, it exists. It's in the proposal stage, which y'all need to go comment on. If you look in the description of this live stream, I've got 2 links. One is for the town hall meeting. Sign up so you can be notified when we start it. It's going to be a recording. If they don't come, fuck them. We will send it to the board personally, and they're going to see what our concerns are concerning the company. BlackRock got 1 million shares of Mullen. I will check that out. I got an idea. I want to bring somebody on who can explain how to find this information out so they can teach y'all where y'all need to go. Now, I know where you need to go, but I'm not the professional that can sit there and explain it all. So I'd rather have Lion Trader come on. Who would like to see Lion Trader come on? AMC is going to be like Forrest. Run, AMC, run. Run, Forrest, run. Run, AMC. Man, it's going to be good. I heard that I need. BlackRock is talking about getting ready for a market correction. So we are close. Yes. We're so close, people, I can taste it. And then I'll have to say goodbye because there'll be nothing else to talk about. That's what upsets these other YouTubers. What are you going to talk about when AMC squeezes? We're going to have a game show. I'm trying to get Ape Father versus Feel for Real on a game show where where you ask questions, you get points at the end of the game show, you win a prize. I'm not sure what the prize is going to be, but I'm thinking something to a charity or something like that. That whoever wins, it goes in their name. I don't know. I'm in the process of putting that together. Peanut butter? Yeah, he likes peanut butter. I'll take peanut butter and put it on his nose and watch him go crazy. It's coming. Oh my God. Y'all gonna like the video, the game show that I'm putting together. That's one of the biggest reasons why I got that Camtasia, so I can edit it and put the soundtracks to when they're wrong and bells when they win and all that shit. but it's gonna be fun. You should have said goodbye in your first sentence of the live stream. What are you talking about, David? Good things come to those that wait. That's right. It was Heinz ketchup. I knew it was one commercial. I should have said goodbye in my first sentence of the live stream. Why, David? An eating contest. Ooh. How many hot dogs can Ape Father eat? If he eats a certain amount of hot dogs, we give a donation to a charity. I love the idea. I'd love to bring Ape Father on for some crazy shit like that. And I think he'll want to do it. Dumb and Dumber. Come on now, be nice, Doug. I'm really demonetized now. I do that shit and get demonetized. It's no big deal to me. I don't give a fuck. AMC's gonna give me my money. I don't do these for. I do these to help entertain y'all, keep y'all going through the till we waiting for the moass to talk about important topics. Ooh, donut hole eating contest. Have y'all seen the magician with the donut hole eating contest? He gives them a box of donuts, and every time they open it, there's more donut holes in there. He won't. I'll promise you. I'll tell him, don't you do that fucking shit. That aggravates me. I fast forward 18 seconds into his video so I don't have to hear it. Ooh, spin the wheel. I'm running out of rooms to write. I was telling Nate Fowler to get a wheel with good stocks. Okay. Listen, if it was possible for me to buy shares of AMC and give them away, I would. I just don't know how to do that. Mike, get ready. You're in trouble because I got a 12-pack in the refrigerator, Mike. How many likes I got over here? Let me look. I enjoyed. I ain't even like. I need to hit the fucking like button. Okay. All right. I've hit the like button. How about that? I hadn't even hit the like button myself. I don't know who Magic 8 Ball is, but I sure hope so. Man, closing above 16 was really good this week. Oh, that'd be another one, shotgun contest. That'd be about the only time I'd have Tony D on, me and him doing shots. I'd like to do that when the MOAS happens. Every $20, take a shot. Thank you, Luke. Yeah, y'all hit the like button for me. It goes out to more people. Well, here's the thing, David. I was thinking about doing that. You would have to have a Cash App page where I could send you the money and you would get it instantly live. We would do it live instantly, and you would have to take that money and buy AMC. Now, I don't know if you'll buy AMC with it, but it doesn't matter. The money will be sent to you to buy AMC. And if you would record yourself buying AMC, that would be even better with the money I send you. That's what this fucking channel's for, people. And I'm gonna tell you what, you know why they hating on me? They talking about YouTubers don't make that much. They don't make that much. We make a good penny. We're making a good penny over here, but I'm giving it away. Fuck. Who's like, oh, you're just doing that to get more money. I don't care. The more money we get, the more money I give away. I'm burning $250 in SHIB tomorrow. I'm having a SHIB party. Everybody's invited to come to the SHIB burn party where I will burn $250 in SHIB. That's about almost 12 million. Y'all say that's not a lot. Listen, They're having burn parties right now, and they just burned 1.5 billion SHIB. So every contribution of burning your SHIB brings the price supply level down and the price up. I don't give a fuck what Tony says. Man, I wish Boss Blunts would come on. I would love to meet him. And I'll tell him he stole my name. I'm the Boss Blunt, but hey. And that's a joke, so please don't take that as offense. Party at my house. I could fit about 100 people, but I got a front yard that's like 3 acres. So we got plenty of room for a party over here. Look, it took me, I'm still putting it together. Let me share my screen again. Oh, this one. I'm still putting this together. But do you realize, man, this is such a good fucking lesson that I'm putting together. Terrible tweets sheds light into the new narrative that the hedges are using right now. She said in a tweet, I think since so many people are trying to convince me to sell, it's time to load up. They're bleeding, people. They're bleeding. And Tara's right. They're trying to get you to sell. We're so close. Listen, nobody cares, or nobody should care about your stock. All right. Oh, well, y'all need to sell and get into other plays and make more money. And yeah, but if you get out, there's a chance you may not be able to get back in. So I don't recommend that. I'm not a financial advisor, but I don't recommend that. I can't be Boss Blunts. There's only Blunt Boss. But people would then make videos about how I'm fucking ragging on Boss Blunts, and I respect the man, so I wouldn't do that. Gas money. I know. Gas was $4.29, and then it went back down to $3.99 as soon as he started letting them drill oil again. Yeah. I mean, what he somebody Mike just said, there's going to be a lot of money leaving the market the first couple of weeks of April for taxes. I agree. A lot of people will sell a position at a loss for taxes. Let's go, Brandon. I want to reset up my area to be a little bit more professional. I have a back room, but I hate to say this live, but it's my Trump room. I got a big old huge flag of keep America great and shit. I mean, what can I say? But I don't know if I want to do a set up my office in this back room to be more professional. Got to be professional. No, I just got to be me. And if people don't like me, they leave. Hell Dog says he's filing for an extension. What are you doing, man? Come here. There's a cat that lives underneath my mobile home down below. He's she's made her way through the insulation, and she had kittens up there. And every now and then they come out to play or go look for food or whatever. I feed them, but he goes out and he gets mad because they're out there. Come here, man. Oh, that's a good man. Look, he's ducking his head. He don't want to be on camera. What? You gargle? If you gargle, give me a kiss. Oh, that's a good man. I'm getting some tomorrow because I believe it's checked off on all of my trading rules. So I will buy some AMC tomorrow. I may buy some Mullen just for the hell of it. You can kiss me all you want. I just gave you. See, that's what he's like. Oh, look at me. I'm giving you attention because he wants a treat. Don't you? Oh, boy, I wish I could see his face right now. He's looking at me like, give me a treat, bitch. Now look, don't let Boomer steal the show. You stealing the show, man. Everybody's looking at you. Paul said his son loves me. He's talking to you. Where's he at, Paul? Tell Dog says I need to invest more in Sundial products, and I will tomorrow. Did you think AMC was going to be this long of a play? I got in this motherfucker thinking it was going to squeeze and I was going to make a lot of money. And here I am 9 or 10 months later. Boomer stock. Y'all, it sounds to me like, let me see if I can find it. Where is it at? It's usually over here. I don't know where the link's at to send. There it is. Tell him, come on, bang. Who is that? Who is that on? All right. I'm going to bring y'all on live. Be nice. Be polite. Who we got here? Oh,
what's up, man?
Oh, my man,
what's up?
You got the link in the email, or did you see it in the chat?
No, I got it in the email.
All right, my man, what's happening?
I'm good. I was just about to shut it down too. Just got home from a concert,
Where'd
and
you
then
go? What concert?
It was this local DJ named LPGOB. She was playing out here in Tempe.
He love him.
Yeah, so
we got a very young AMC supporter. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Everybody wait till he's waiting. Hey, listen, you got that baby set up for a future with your AMC shares.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
we listen to y'all every night. Every time you go live, we listen. And he sits up and talks and talks. I'm like, he got to see this.
Oh, sweet.
Say hey, JJ.
Say hey.
Say hey, world. 4 months old. Tomorrow's Down Syndrome Awareness Day.
Wow.
I just want to let everybody know, support.
4 months old. You got his future set up for him with the AMC shares. Look at him. He's throwing up the peace sign. I see you.
Tell him what you like. You gonna talk?
So you supporting your local DJ? Was it fun? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, me and the wife went and kicked it. Oh, wait. Oh, so yo, I have my sundial. Can I do it? I don't know if it's cool with your stream.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Throw that bong out there.
Yeah, just a little something, something.
Hold on, we got a child watching.
Oh.
Paul, we appreciate you stopping by. Hey, baby, what's your name? What's his
Joseph.
name?
Joseph.
Oh, that's so sweet. This is what it's all about, people. Family and friends.
Yep.
That's right.
Paul, thank you for stopping by. We love you. Oh, look at that. We love all of y'all. We appreciate you stopping by, Paul.
CSI, love the kids.
What you said,
Yeah.
CZ? All right.
CSI, love the kids.
I used to watch a penny stock group. They'd say, put the kids in the closet. So put the kids in the closet.
Yeah.
He's fixing to do his thing with Sundial.
Uh-huh. So what's going on? I missed the update. What are we talking about with the
Okay,
town
we're
hall?
talking about the town hall.
Okay.
I've got a lot of YouTubers telling me, oh, it's not a good idea. Man, fuck them. This is what a town hall is. All right. People that own the same stock come together and we share our concern. Oh, you got the big old mic happening.
Oh, no, I haven't got it connected yet. It's not connected.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I thought like I heard you discussing that in like previous videos. Every idea is just an idea until you execute on it, right? It's
right.
Like people are not even giving it a chance. They're probably thinking it's like one of those protests and stuff, but it's something that actual companies do or used to do. Now everything is digital and virtual, right? So companies used to have town halls. Your county, right? The county, the state, would have town halls. People are just lazy, not enough to go and like talk to their, representatives. And yeah, like we don't even do we even have a representative for AMC for retail investors? Is there like a department for us or something?
No, there's nothing.
There's nothing. So hold on. I don't got you on the stand, but yeah, there's nothing, right? So
I
at least
reached out to Ape Father and I said, look, you want to protest? This is how you do it. All right. We come together as one. Everybody can't go to New York. Now, you only live a few miles from the SEC office, but we can come together as one in a stream and express our concerns professionally, and they would listen.
Yeah.
Because there'd be so many of us.
Yeah, it's sort of like when we did that mass registering of the shares, right? Registering the float.
Right. Well,
That
imagine
was a successful campaign, although it was like I don't know the percentage of people that actually signed up, but the same amount of people, I think
it was
would
so
work.
successful. It was so successful. They said we could not DRS any more shares. They stopped it. So there you go. But if we all come together, they can't stop us coming together and presenting what we feel is wrong with this company and needs to be fixed to the board of AMC. I don't see a problem with that. The other YouTubers do. They want to talk about fucking loot.
And I think this town hall is primarily to address the elephant in the room, right? That nobody wants to seem to talk about, not mainstream media or nothing. Like all we want is just answers to like we gotta stop trying to ignore the elephant. The elephant is like, yo, the naked shorting. Like we understand, like speak to us in the language that we need to understand. All these codes and stuff, like it's not working. We like they understand that's what we're getting at with all the tweets and stuff, but it's just like put the little elephant, the naked shorting, the synthetic shares in a little corner somewhere and not discuss it.
I'll tell you another example: the gold silver mine. People have questions about that. Why would we buy a silver mine and gold mine? So that's a question that if Adam Aaron was present, which he probably won't be, a representative will be there. But we could say, can you share with us why we bought a gold silver mine? And they would explain it to the people and everybody could calm down about it.
Mhm. Yo, and like, shouldn't they appoint a representative at this point? You got 4 million people that you have to answer to. Like, shouldn't there
Somebody
be
should,
like a representative? Like, I
somebody
know
should
you're
be able,
reading tweets and shit, but
somebody should be able to sit on the board
yeah,
that
one of
represents.
us, yeah, one of us could sit on
I
there and
mean,
be the
who picks
representative.
who picks these board members?
90%, 90%, and where's our vote? Like, come on. Is it a dictatorship? Like
They're sending our votes to the dark pool.
it's like we got no say in it, man. There's no elections, there's no voting for who's on the board, who represents us, who speaks for us, is none of that. It's just talking. We're basically talking to ourselves when we're tweeting Adam Aaron. He just basically answers the questions that is most popular to discuss and give more talking points. But the elephant in the room is what we just want to know. And I'm not too worried about them addressing it. It's just to put the new investors at ease because they haven't done their own due diligence. They just, following the trend. And it's gonna take them like maybe I'm not saying that the squeeze is gonna last this long, but it's gonna take them 3 months, 6 months into this type of stock play until they pick up their books and do their own due diligence. For now, it's just listening to the chatter. But once they get super frustrated, that's when they're gonna start doing their own research. You know how I know this? Because that's exactly what I did. I didn't know shit. I was just like, my buddy told me hop in. I hopped in, and then all this shit just popped up, and I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? And then I started doing my own due diligence, and it calmed my nerves, right? So it's gonna take some time for other people to go through all the bullshit and be like, ask themselves, what the fuck did I get into? Then they're gonna start reading through those documents and all that shit,
That's how I
So
feel. That's how
yeah.
I feel sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
Every day. I was like, what did I get myself into? Like, and then I'm just like, oh, okay,
I
the
thought this
DD
was
is
going to be a
done.
short squeeze, in and out, just like Mullen, in and out.
Yeah, I was already picking, I already was getting ready to order a car online and all that shit. And I thought it was gonna be in and out and skate, hop in the next play and just keep flipping. But then it just kept on sucking
And
me
oh my
in.
God, you know
Oh,
the
like,
problem. The problem came in when they turned the buy button back on. When they allowed
yeah.
people to buy again, the hype
hmm
was so much. Everybody, I mean, millions upon millions of new people jumped in.
It
If
just
they would have let
stormed.
the buy button have stayed disappeared to where only we could sell, the stock would have ripped then.
hmm
That's my belief. Nobody can
Yeah.
prove it different.
Like, yo, I wanted to ask you this because I've been having this discussion with my internal peeps who's also in this play, right? And I stick by this. I always say everything is a theory until it gives birth to the fact, right? Like, with all of the sort of catalysts, you know, all of it still remains theory until it presents itself and gives birth to the fact, right? But I'm like rattling myself where um and then I don't want to mention that individual's name on this show, but he did mention how beyond this month is beyond his scope, right?
Oh,
Of
yeah,
his
yeah.
intelligence, right?
So to me,
But
March will be
before,
the end of it. If it don't squeeze
yeah,
by March, it's over. Yeah, I
yeah,
heard.
that's beyond his scope. But I like that was a question I was asking myself. I'm like, yo, naturally, naturally, if this was to just do what it does, there's no way it wouldn't have squeezed already, right? So what I'm saying is like there's got to be government intervention that's propping them up. Now, there's some theories out there saying the plunge protection team and all that stuff, and I've been saying this since last year. I'm like, yo, there's no way that they cannot, hold this play without any sort of outside government intervention. And it got
They're
me
gonna
to,
have to step in.
yeah, I think they already stepped in. That's the only way that they're able, because where are they getting this money from? They stopped giving people money. They stopped giving, the Fed stopped giving retail investors money and stopped giving them money, right? So it's like they're trying, is at this point where they're trying to dry up retail, and hedge funds is drying up. So both sides are running out of cash.
They
Retail's running
are.
out of cash, retail's running out of cash, and hedge funds running out of cash. So I'm looking at a stalemate here, you know?
Basically, we're out of cash, they're out of cash. And here's the thing, if they're out of cash, how you gonna get paid?
All right. So I'm saying is going to run into a stalemate where whoever blinks, right? Because I talked about this as inflation's going up, gas prices going up, right? And food's going up. Retail, if they didn't put anything, if they put everything in this play, they're going to have to start margin calling themselves, right?
That's right.
They're going to have to start pulling out of the play to pay for the gas, to pay for the higher cost of living, right? So I'm
That's
like,
right.
yeah, and running out of cash on retail, running out of cash on hedge funds. Now,
Both of them.
both of us, right? Now, with the government intervention, right, is which is holding this play in its sort of holding pattern. It's like, who is the government going to bail out? Or who are they going to tip the scale for? It's like the scale's going
Well, I believe, it's my opinion, I believe that it's gonna run to a certain point and they're gonna stop it. And they're gonna give an announcement. You'll get an announcement through your brokers. This is the price this is it.
hmm
Now, and yes, before everybody freaks out, I believe it's going to be over $1,000 that they decide to settle with.
it has to be. It has to be,
Yeah, nobody's
because
going to settle for $300.
it has to be over. My guesstimation is over 1,200. That's like, I was saying like fair, right? What is the fair price? And then I'm like, yo, like
Well, let's talk
borrowing
about
at
that. Let's talk about that.
what?
Don't be ridiculous, okay? In the
hmm
chat. Don't be ridiculous in the chat. But what would you take for your AMC shares? What's the price if they said, okay, what do you want for it? What would you say?
For me,
Mhm.
like my fair price,
Mhm.
2,800.
28's
That's
pretty
my
good.
2,800 would be, that's like, that was my, that's not my peak price. That's like my, okay, the play got out of hand. This is my bailout. Like, yo, I'm bailing you guys out with this $2,800 price tag,
That's right.
right? Like, I feel like they drew it long enough, right? And you could complain pain and suffering, physical, emotional, psychological, whatever. But in order for me to be like fairly compensated for being played, right? I would take 2,800 as a fair guesstimation. Now, if they
Now,
were to let it run, yeah, go ahead.
I want you to understand one thing. For example, what's your average price right now? Mine is 27.
So I have two, right? One of the one that I have the most shares in is 1787.
So, okay, let's
Yeah,
say 17,
average.
let's say $18.
Yeah.
You have a stock that you bought on average for
Mm-hmm.
$18,
Yep.
and they offer you $2,800 for that stock.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
I know.
You'd be ignorant not to take some shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought it at 14. I bought it at 12. I bought it at fucking 42. I average at 27. So if they offered me $2,800 for my shares, do you realize the profit that makes? And I hate to mention the guy from New York, but he's right. That 2,800 a share, some goes into sundial, some goes into cost, some goes all the squeeze stocks. I'm gonna split it up because they're all gonna squeeze.
Yeah.
You don't have to make $1 million on one trade, but at $2,800, 3,000, 5,000, man, take that shit and run.
Because I believe in the MOAS, right? And in order for it to be an actual MOAS, mother of all short squeezes, it has to be above the highest squeeze play, right? And I believe that $1,200 to $2,800, actually $1,200 to $3,700, that right there is considered a MOAS. Now, some people say 10K. Like, of course, I would take 10K, but
right.
But you got to understand, right? With this much, I don't want to be this conspiracy theorist and everything because the government prints money, like it's not no secret. They print the money, like it's out of like between the gap between my hand and the camera, right? That's where they pull the money out from. It's like printing out of thin air, right? So I wouldn't mind, but the fact is the current state of the economy cannot handle it. This amount of access capital pouring in all at once, especially since they printed like so much, like 80% or 90% of the circulating dollar in like 2019 or something, right?
Yeah.
Between then and now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't be greedy now. Of course, the as the economy and GDP grows, we're going to be able to actually have those dollars valuable. But at the current level of GDP production and everything, like there's no way that 10K right now would be able to be sustainable. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the 10K philosophy. I was preaching 10K like hell yeah before it drug out this long. But at this current state of the economy, I don't think it'll be able to handle that much printing.
Well, let's talk about this. I want to talk about two things. First off,
Okay.
along the bottom, no offense, David said, this will never hit 2,800. We would be lucky to see 200 to 300. David, let me address that for you real quick. All right. And it's just my opinion, according to my research, looking at the chart. It will run up to $200 to $300. That will be the shorts covering. Okay. When you see the price go to 200 to 300, that is them covering their 100 million shares legally that they're short. It'll run up because of that, and then it'll stop. The pause will come in. Why? Because now the shorts have covered, and we have to address the synthetic problem. But when it runs, it's going to run to 200 to 300, I believe, because the shorts cover. That has nothing to do with synthetics. The synthetics is where the money's at. If you can hold while the shorts cover 200 to 300, when you see that price fluctuation from 100 back down to 25, back up to 75, back up to 200, if you can hold past that, that's where after that is where the synthetics come in. And you can hold as long as you want for that.
I think that glitch up. I think the reason why it's going to get to that number is because they won't be able to hold it off, right? Because there's going to be so much buying pressure with covering all those shares. It's going to go to those numbers, right? Like, yes, they like 300. I understand his sentiment, right? But the fact that there's going to be so much buying pressure, they're going to have to like basically put a mega wall, like the same wall they were trying to build in Mexico. They're going to have put that digital wall to block that much buying pressure and keep it at 300. Like
now,
there's,
it's funny
yeah.
you mentioned that. They have to put a block on the buying pressure. How do they do that? They remove the buy button where we can't. And then
No,
the only
yeah,
people
we
who
won't have to buy.
the only people who can buy at that point will be the hedge funds.
Yeah.
And that's when the price really goes.
And yeah, that's the thing. The buying pressure. I'm not counting retail as because retail's FOMO is going to last. I think it's going to go to like 500, 600 with retail FOMO, right?
700. It's going to go to
Yeah,
700 for sure.
with just retail FOMO alone, right? So that $300 price tag, although I understand, but with retail FOMO alone is going to go up that high, right? And when the shorts have to cover that buying pressure, what are they going to have to? What are they going to do in order for them to get that $300? Going to have to put us back in the dark pool, right? They're gonna have to put us back in the dark pool to get that $300, and even there, the price is going to skyrocket. You
Why?
know, is
Why is the price going to skyrocket? Even though the buying pressure of retail is gone,
hmm
what's going to cause the price to continue to go up? Them buying.
yeah, exactly. And they're buying billions of shares, right? So you're going to have to keep the price with billions of shares. Imagine selling a billion shares at 300
Billions.
and it
Now let's
doesn't
talk
move
about
one
that.
penny. It doesn't want to move one penny up. Oh, come on. That's like impossible. It's impossible.
Let's talk about the printing of the money. All
Yeah.
right. You need to understand something. Yes, they can print however much money they need to cover this. They really can. They can print $20 trillion if they want. But understand one thing, you are going to feel the pressure of them printing that money in the grocery store,
Yeah.
at the gas pump, and so forth. So it's
hmm
kind of like yes, they can print the money, but you're going to pay fucking $900 for chicken,
Yeah. That's
$20
why I
for
said at this current juncture,
at this
right?
current juncture, just like you said,
hmm
let's be realistic. Tired of the bullshit with we're going to a million. If it went to a million and they printed the money for people to be able to sell at that price, people, we couldn't even go in the grocery store, or your neighbor couldn't. You could afford it because you got your money, but your neighbor's going to starve to death. And
it's
I don't want
crazy.
that. I don't want that.
Yeah, like at this current juncture, the GDP and everything, it cannot handle that 10K price tag. But the caveat is, right, it's it's going to, all right, everything I'm saying is theoretical, right? It's
Sure.
not, yeah. But I think even with them trying their darndest not to let it get to 10K, the possibility is still there because the buying pressure is going to be just so much. It's sort of like an earthquake that, has been artificially held together, even though just the force of nature is just more powerful than man. This is a financial storm that's coming, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Like they see it, they're like, shit, we do not have the infrastructure to facilitate the protection of everything. So we're going to do the best we can to hold this off, but it's going to go kaboom. It's just like matter of when at this point. And everybody's waiting on margin calls, but when you have government intervention, paying them under the table, maybe, like there's no way that you could like predict a margin call, man, because that margin call should have came with all the catalysts, the bonds, China, Russia, all of that stuff. Like, come on now, it's
There is
impossible.
no catalyst that can bring this squeeze. Only the algorithm can do that. Now, can the algorithm be broken? Yeah. I believe I know how to break the algorithm, but I ain't going to talk about that. Brenda said, look, how we are getting our stimulus money back now. We are paying that back threefold now. Yes, you go try to buy bananas and what? I went to Walmart. I'll give you an example. I went to
Mhm.
Walmart, shop for my dad, got all of his stuff, and I was hungry, so I said, you know what? Fuck it. I went to the deli and I bought 6 little bitty chicken legs, barbecue chicken legs that I could eat on the way
Mhm.
home. $8. $8. for 6 little bitty legs.
I bought my car in 2020. I bought a Honda 2020 and $34 when I bought it in 2020. I bought it, fill up the gas, $34, right? And now I just filled it up again, $64, man.
Yeah.
Like just like that in a matter of 2 years.
I had to go to the shop and I'm like, because I like to try to keep my gas on a certain level. And I said, well, I need to get some gas for 2 more trips to the shop. I put in $10 because that's what it would take. Oh my God, it didn't even move the needle. Now I
Oh
know I can
man.
go for 2 more days, but it didn't even move the needle. Why? They printed all that fucking money for stimulus checks. Now there's other factors involved. We quit, oil production and shit here in America, but a lot of what you're seeing in the grocery store is because they printed all that money for stimulus checks.
Funny thing is that printed money, those stimmies are going to make their way into our pockets.
Sure.
Like America's stimulus checks that they received back in 2020 during the pandemic is going to make our way back. Now it's like what's over that, right? So hundreds of millions of Americans, right? But 4 million or whoever, I don't know how many is across all of these plays, right? Because I know there's 4 million at AMC. God knows what's in GME,
What about
Sundial.
what about cost? What about fucking prom? What about the list goes on.
So it's GME, right? AMC, and then like those other plays are just the aftershock, like boom, 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 boom. So that's why we catch that's why I don't know. It depends on who going first, right? But AMC, I think is going to be the biggest boom, right? Then the tremor is going to happen, but it's us getting our attendees and hopping in those other plays, which is going to be fun and scary at the same time because you're going to be like, that's why I have multiple brokerage accounts because I keep my AMC separate and then I'm going to hop in, like take the plays, hop in the other plays, bam, 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 and just ride them out. But it's crazy, man. Like I'll wrap my brain every day, like how are they staying in here? And the closest I've gotten is government intervention because I don't know if you watch those movies that they recommended in the forums, Too Big to Fail, where so in Too Big to Fail, right? It's basically the 2008 financial crisis, and there was this scene where the feds brought all the CEOs of the banks, put them in a meeting, and they just handed them the cash. They're like, listen, you're going to take this money and you're not going to say a damn thing about it, and you're going to give this and they were like, what you guys trying to nationalize our banks? They're like, nobody has to know. It stays in this room. And this is when people just thought it was like 700 million, but it turns out to be 26 billion, right? So that's exactly like they kept that from us. How they're not like bringing the CEOs of the brokerages together and like putting them in the black room and like, go, listen, I know it's getting out of hand. Like,
I believe they've done
take
that
this
already.
money.
I believe
Yeah.
they've done that already. Look, what the fuck are y'all doing? And
Yeah.
they've called them in that room already and had a talk with them. All right,
Yep.
AMC Moas said Gensler and Yellen need to be arrested. Now, I'll give you my opinion on that. Yellen, yes. Gensler, after watching Jon Stewart had an interview with the past chair of the SEC, and he was talking about how hard he was trying to push for reform, but he could not beat the money behind what's going on.
Yeah.
And he was suppressed. So it's not necessarily Gensler's fault. What needs to be done is everybody needs to comment on the registry that we appreciate his efforts, and maybe that will push him even harder to do what he's trying to do.
We're also in election season, people. Like, if y'all not talking to your representatives, like, trying to clean it up because big money is already talking to their representatives. They already got their cash in, like their money is in our representatives' pockets already. So
already.
our representatives want our votes, right? That's the best that we can do. So we need to talk to them and like, yo, what are you guys doing? Because when we get to the higher ups, once we cash out next tax bracket, you know, we're going to be talking a lot closer. Right now, we're in the back of the room. They could barely see our hands up. But once this play is over, we're going to be a lot closer to them. Probably get invited to the luncheons and shit. But
because you'll have
election season, yeah,
you'll have the
yeah,
money then. You're important then because you have the money.
exactly. But right now, like instead of hounding uh Gary Gensler, which he already knows everything about this play more than you guys know, more
That's
than I
right.
know,
That's
you
right.
know, just start hounding your representatives. Look at your financial officers. Like, look who sits on the committee, the finance committee, or who sits on those and
Oh,
put people's in
actually,
place and stuff like that.
listen, I'm not Democrat or Republican. All right. I'm in the middle. I'm more of what's called a libertarian. I believe I have the right to do what I want to do as long as it doesn't affect you. You have
Hmm.
the right to do what you want to do as long as it doesn't affect me. In other words, you can own a gun, but you can't go shoot just a motherfucker with it. You know,
Yeah.
you have the
Uh-huh.
right, the constitutional right to own a gun, but that don't mean you go out and shoot homeless people like they were showing on TV that man was doing. That's wrong,
Hmm.
you know. And with rights comes responsibility.
It does. It does. And at this point, like I'm not into politics at all. It's just money, weed, and working out. That's all I care about. So like when I moved out here to Arizona, like I didn't really care to vote for the president. I just really wanted to care for them to legalize recreational marijuana. So that's why I voted. And they did. So I'm like, yay, my vote counts. That's when my vote matters. But at this point, we got to find out who sits on those committees. Like those are the actual people that vote on what's that woman's name? The one that everybody was after. That's on the SEC too. She's a commissioner. She voted. It was three of them. It was one woman that voted against the uh, transparency ruling. I forgot her
Right.
name. Yeah,
Oh, there was only one person who voted against the
yeah.
transparency rule.
I forgot her name, but our representatives, our senators and representatives, they are the people that put her in that position, right? So we need to talk to the representatives and find out how we can get other retail friendly people in that sort of position, instead of, putting hometown favorites or people in that sort of position to make rulings. Because she's not listening to retail, because retail's in her mentions telling her what they don't want. But she doesn't answer to retail. She answers to like the
The
short
money.
sellers and the hedge fund. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the money.
You know, and I remember Elizabeth Warren, I saw somebody put that clip out there, questioned her about her ethics and how she's able to set aside biases, right? I got to find that clip and send it to you. But it was like, yep, 2 years later or however long she's in that position, you see that's exactly what she did, like they put her in that position. She told them who she was and she got there and did what she does, right? So it's like no brainer.
Mhm.
And we often wonder how they get into that position. We got to reverse engineer, man. Like, how did Gary Gensler get to where he's at right now as the commissioner? Who put him in that position? What his role is? A lot of people are just ignorant to it and just following the dumb tweets like Gary Gensler, go to
He's
jail,
he's
da da da
appointed.
da.
He's appointed
Yeah,
by the president, and he has a 4-year limit. So we're going
four-year
to see
term.
the SEC chairman pretty soon.
Oh, a moral question for the viewers too, right? Moral questions for the viewers, because I always say this, and for me, I always keep it 100. I keep it 100,000 trillion, right? I keep it straight. Now, the moral question is, if you cash out tomorrow, get your 10K a share or anything, would you spend that big money to prevent a play like this again? Or would you just let the market be the market, right? So that other plays like this can exist in the future, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have more money to play in this market, right? And make all that money. So would you do that? For me, to keep it 100, if I'm making that money and the market is still producing that, and I have the awareness to play this game and continue to build the wealth the way that I'm building it with this play, I'll just let it be, right? Because we had to endure to get to that side. Now the others will have to rise up and do the same, you know, and that's keeping it 100 with everybody, you know. So ask yourself that question. All these policy changes, transparency rules, and yada 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 is gonna make this thing pop, quote unquote, right? Once you cash out, would you spend that big money to revamp the whole system and whatnot? Or would you, knowing everything that you know now, take full advantage of the market and shit? So, yeah, answer that question. I would love to read the responses and stuff and see where it goes. But, you know, a lot of people just.
AMC Moss says most of us are out after this play. That's why we need to get as much as possible. Let me tell you something about getting out of the market, people. I hear you. I hear you. But you're wrong. When this thing runs and we make money, those that can be disciplined and take their money out of the market, congratulations. But this is like a casino. If you hit on the blackjack table, all you're going to do is move from the blackjack table to the roulette table. That means going from AMC to the next play, which would be Sundial. And that's like switching from the blackjack table to the roulette table. Most people that are in a casino, you walk out without nothing, even though you won, you were up, and you should have took your money and left the casino. They don't.
Yeah.
But if you have the discipline to leave, cool. But me, I'm not worrying about it. I'm not worried about it. I've pretty much figured out this algo to where I can't figure it out day to day. I just can't figure out weeks or month like Extreme Gains does. But no, I'm not out. I got my
And yeah, like
I got my eyes set on the next motherfucker.
yeah, I'm like, once this thing pops, I'm trying to see how fast I can get to 10 million, you know.
What?
I'm like, you know,
That's why a
knowing
lot of
everything that
people.
I know now, I'm like, shit. Like, it would be, you just need that freaking flame. You just need that grip of cash to just like, you
Move
know,
to the next and
yeah.
move to the next. I hate to say it, but like the guy from New York says, that's exactly how it's going to go. I'm going to take that money. I'm going to put it into the next play. I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to research it. I'm going to do my DD. I'll watch Bigums and who else? Um, Lion Trader.
Blunts,
I'll listen
blunts.
to Blunts. I'll listen to their advice. I'll listen to their DD. And if it feels like it's a good fucking move, I'm jump in.
Yeah,
But
it's
I ain't putting everything.
yeah, I think it's because when you take the cash out, it'll be freaking worthless to do anything out in the physical.
Sure.
Everything is going to be like, yeah, you can go buy, like, go shop, go buy things at a discount. There's going to be houses, homes at a discount, retail complexes, land at a discount. Like, move it everywhere. But just straight cash is trash. So it's either hopping on other plays, continue to like build that big ass portfolio in the market or in the physical world. But just sitting on the mind, the cash, that shit will just it was just inflation would just eat that shit up, man. So I figured everything that I know now, the community that I discovered, everybody got their own trading style, and I'm just trying to blend all that wizardry all together. I'm like, man, totally, yo. I'm gonna stay in here and just get as much as I can. Not be dumb though, not be dumb and greedy, but just being smart. Everything that I learned in the past 2 years, I'm like, shit, man. It's a wrap. I'm already like based on like the people that I've come in contact with, hopping in their discords and stuff like that, communicating with them, I'm able to discover this hidden financial, secret, not really a secret, but things that I wasn't even seeking. And
I
then
just
just seeing how much money I was able to make. I'm just
I
like,
just got
man,
an email. Ken Griffin
yeah.
said he'll come on the show.
What?
No,
Kenny
I'm just
G?
I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm just fucking with y'all.
Yeah, Kenny G, man. Like, hey, he's another one. Like another one that I'm thinking, poor guy.
Say, let me ask you a
Like,
question.
yeah.
Why? You got to understand when this movement started, you have to have, there's a couple of things involved with a movement. Number one, people say there's no leaders, but if you got followers on a YouTube channel or a fucking Facebook page or whatever, if you have followers, that means you're their leader. Simple as
Hmm.
that.
Yep.
So you want to be careful with that. I see Wolfpack, Warren hollered Wolfpack. Listen, I don't mind the Wolfpack, but we're apes. And apes stand for all people equal. That's how this thing started. There is no division inside of this movement. We're
Hmm.
apes, all people equal. Now we have a new movement coming in called the Wolf Pack, which I'm careful of now. I got to thinking about that and I said, you know what? That's kind of like a division. Now people want to leave the apes and become a wolf.
Hmm.
I'm kind of leery of that.
Yeah.
13, 14. I gave 14 prizes away. I'll do that. Well, we got a big show tomorrow. I got 14 people that won a contest that I'll be giving the awards to. They win a $30 package to the Wolf Pack and the lower package to the Wolf Pack. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. We're gonna burn ship tomorrow. I'll have some new videos coming out. I've showed y'all the preview of them. That's pretty fucking good. What's the new strategy of the hedgies? I'll be revealing that tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. Big day. We're united as apes. All people equal.
I
No
like
whites,
that acronym.
no transgenders, no straights, no gays. We're all equal.
Hmm.
That's the way it's always been.
Were you familiar with Occupy Wall Street?
Yeah.
You seen how that turned out, right?
Hmm.
And I think with like pretty much the division and everything, that's what they want. They want it to just die down, and the select people of that organization is the ones that sort of got the cream, right? And everybody just went back on with their lives, right? And with this whole movement, they want to get us to the point where we just disband ourselves and dismantle ourselves, right? So it's really just a tactic. If you study history, I've been studying a lot of different shit, man. I've been looking at different sort of financial documentaries and like organization documentaries and historical documentaries, basically ironing out all these different ways that they'll use to get up here, and if we just all just stick together, man, and just know, um, like the whole, what do they call those pilots, those Japanese pilots?
Mm. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot what they call the Japanese pilots, but I'm stoned, man. That's why I like my body.
My man.
Take
Port
another hit real
sundial.
quick. Yeah,
Port
put
sundial.
put put in the comments what they call those kamikaze, like
Kamikaze
kamikaze.
pilot.
So people, listen up. I'm willing to go down, meaning I'm willing to burn my shit to the ground just so that I know I did everything that I could. You know, it's something that like you give yourself a way out, like, okay, I would probably take a half a loss. Like if I had if my position was at, let's say, 10,000, I have 10,000, I'm willing to take a 5K loss and then just at least I have, like, no, I'm willing to go to zero. Okay. Like there's no escape for me. I burned that bridge. Like there's
Yeah.
there's there's no leaving this play.
No, there's no
Like
leaving.
I tried to think of like every excuse for me to leave the play. I'm like, okay, everything, and there was like nothing. All right,
I
absolutely
don't
nothing.
think. I
I'm
don't.
willing to just go down. Like I got nothing to lose. I have everything that I want in my life at this point. I have zero to lose. I found an awesome community, you know. So I'm like, yo, I'm not wishing that it goes to zero, but I would go down with it. Like it's either that or my price. Like, and I'm not saying like it's my price or the highway. I'm just saying I'm not
Right,
leaving this play
right,
losing. I
right.
came to win the game.
I
Like
came
Herm
to win.
Edwards,
I
I
will
came to
win.
win. Yeah. It's either I win or nothing,
Or nothing.
or nothing.
If
Like,
it goes to, here's the problem. Here is the problem. All right. I feel what you're saying, and I agree. This motherfucker can go to zero. I could care less. I'm
yeah.
holding.
I
All
still
right.
got the paper. I still
But
got the paper.
some people listen to YouTubers in the beginning and they went all in. I mean, all in. And they're in
Hmm.
financial distress right now. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. But
Hmm.
you need to find a place where you can be happy. For example, I don't live in a 5 bedroom house yet. I will when I get the money for him to go buy that house for him. But
Hmm.
I'm totally happy where I'm at. I can walk my dog in that fucking field. I got 2 acres out there for him. I'm totally
Oh,
happy, you know.
nice.
But
Yeah.
so if it drops to $3, I don't care. I'll buy more.
Hmm.
If it goes to 2,800, bitch, I'm selling. I ain't selling everything, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
take some profit. I'm
Hmm.
not walking away from this bitch with zero.
Yeah. Like my price target in the beginning last year when people were saying 10K, 100K and whatnot and all those buzz numbers. I was just like, man, with this current position I'm in, I'll just take, like, that was my mind. My mind was just like 1,500 and I'm out. Like I've got other things to do. But then it just hit. But then it
That's that
just,
weed kicking in. That's that weed
yeah.
kicking in. You
And
are
then it
a
just
regular on my show now. You have proved yourself to be common sense. So you are welcome every day on my show.
yeah.
And I
And
got
I
I
was
got
just,
shit. I got shit. I ain't gonna
yeah.
say who it was, but one YouTuber who wants to be my friend also
Hmm.
made a comment behind my back. Oh, he's always stoned. Bitch, leave me alone. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yo,
I do me, you
like
know.
exactly.
And
Yo, weed.
if doing me upsets you, then don't watch.
This ain't like what are they? Who regulates the airways again? Damn. But whoever
Oh,
that is, um,
the FEC or FCC.
the S. What one of those alphabet motherfuckers? Yeah, like what are you guys? Them motherfuckers? Like
Good
chill.
God,
Like
over here
damn. What are
on the
you,
YouTube,
three?
on my YouTube, it's go fast. I can't read it.
Yeah, like come on now. But yeah, I'm like at this point, I worked hard enough to get to where I'm at. Didn't grow up privileged or anything, but I worked to where I'm at. This is my actual very first ever room that I have to me ever in life, right?
It's
Like
your
this
man
is
cave.
my man cave, and this is something I'm just turning it into like my childhood room that I didn't have growing up, right? And I'm happy with that. And going into the play, everybody kept on saying, stick to the fundamentals. And I'm like, all right, I'm a patient man. Okay. It took me several years to get to where I'm at right now. And I was like, okay, I'll put in what I can afford to lose, is what the whole suggestions were. And I was like, that's perfect. And you know what I did? I never put any cash that I worked for, like actually trading my time for dollars in this play. The money I put was generated by other money from other entities of me
Right.
just flipping, right? And I
You
just kept
hustling.
on doing it. Yeah, I kept on doing it. Made a whole little sort of challenge to myself. Let me see all the things that I can flip in order to. I'm like, oh, I've seen this Green Bay jacket at the Goodwill. How many shares this Green Bay jacket can get me? And just like sort of gamified it that way, right? And people that I'm hearing like, yo, just put in life savings, YOLOing in this play, is when they're gonna start margin calling themselves. It's like, oh shit, rent is due. I thought it was gonna squeeze March 3rd, so I put in an extra 20K in, or I thought it was gonna, like, it's March or never, and I'm gonna just YOLO. And then April comes, rent is due, eviction notices come, all this and that. Then you're just left like, oh shit. Now you were big and bad keyboard warrior. Now you're the ones pulling out other play, right?
Right.
So it's like, come on, peeps, like focus. At this point in time, again, cash is drying up on both sides. Like people, I think, just read into it just one-sided and don't see what's happening on retail. Like
Right.
stimmies are not coming in. Even your refunds are lower than, you know, your tax refunds, right? And then what's your tax refunds going to pay? And they're going to put into this play, or are you going to pay your essential bills or put it in emergency funds, right? So like cash is dried up on both sides. I know people like to say here, the hedgies are fucked. They're running out of money. Margin calls incoming. But what about you? What about your margin calls? You know, like,
You got
come on,
margin
people.
calls. That's a very good point. You got margin calls too, some bitches. Y'all better
Yeah.
listen. You get a margin call and you forfeit on that margin call, you got to move out of your
Uh-huh.
house. So you
Yeah,
don't get money
your
like that.
landlord's margin calling your ass. Your landlord's margin calling, your car note margin calling, your insurance, right?
And you have
Margin
to make
calling.
sure you have the money for that. Do not just go deep into a stock like AMC. And a lot of
Hmm.
people did, and I know I see where they say they're 20,000. It's down. Their portfolio's 20,000 down. Well, that's because nobody explained to you how to be an investor. All they preached in the beginning, we're gonna mow ass everybody, sink your money in quick.
Buy and hold, buy and hold.
And the only people that made money then was them. That's why I don't like. That's the only reason I don't like a particular YouTuber is he's preaching MOAS, 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 and buying options. Why didn't you tell the people? That's why I respect Keenan Grace. Keenan Grace shows you these are the option plays I'm going in. These
Hmm.
are the trades I'm going in. All right.
Hmm.
Well, why didn't that particular YouTuber that made $1 million tell his followers, I'm buying these calls so that they could profit from it too?
Hmm. Yeah, it's it's crazy, man, because they don't really. It's just blinded by the lights. They're blinded by the lights, man. And at this point, at this stage in the game, retail is going to have to start. They already started. The reason why these discussions are popping up, I did. I don't know if you heard or popped into the space call that people are talking about now, but the reasons why I think this is popping up is because nobody is talking about the retail money drying up. People thinking that, oh, it costs nothing to hold. It does. It
It
costs your
does cost you
time.
something to
It
hold.
costs your time. It costs you something to hold.
Cost
It's
you
not
time. Your most valuable asset
time
is
and opportunity
because
costs.
you only have so
Everybody's,
much of it. People
yeah,
look at it as
everybody.
they only have so much money. No, you only have so much time.
Hmm. I can only imagine the amount of people that we lost during this play. You know, you had a
One of
similar
my
story.
friends, One of my
Yeah.
friends, I told the story. He was contacting me and told me he had terminal cancer and he would probably die. He's gone now.
Hmm. He's
We only
gone.
have so much time.
Yeah. And all the knowledge of this play that he had is gone with him,
That's
right?
right.
And it's like
And
costs nothing to hold. It's like, yes, it does, peeps.
so
It does.
AMC should not be your the focus of your life. It should be just an investment you're in. Uh, there's sometimes I bought 5 shares. I could have bought 10, but like you
Hmm.
said, I had to think about that margin call. I got to have liquidity here to pay for these margin calls that are coming up. I
Hmm.
love that. I might do a video on margin calls incoming, and I'm gonna say that's your rent due, motherfucker.
Yes.
Do not
Your
spend your
your
rent money.
followers need to understand this
Do
because
not spend your rent
yeah.
money on AMC thinking it's going to squeeze next week and you'll have $1 million and you won't have to worry about the rent. No, keep that liquidity for the fucking rent. And
I
if you
had
can only,
I had those thoughts too. I'm like,
yeah,
shit, like
if
I got this little stash, but it's no don't get high on your own supply, man. Like chill and like park that emergency fund and let that AMC do what it do, man, because we don't know. We don't
if
know.
you if you have to budget, people. You have to budget. You have to think about what this man is saying. You have to think about what money do I need for the car, the house, the food. I've got $30 left. Well,
Hmm.
if you want to buy $32, you want to buy AMC tomorrow at 16, you don't buy 10 shares, you buy 2 shares because you had to have the liquidity for your home.
Hmm.
Now, somebody said FUD is
And
taking over. I wonder if Rise means we're talking FUD or the other channels.
I don't know, but also like nobody's talking about the taxes either. It's like you think you're gonna take your money out and then that's it. You could just take it and just throw it at bills. You got to pay 30, at least 30, 35 to the man. You know what I mean? He wants his cut too. So whatever you take out, just know 30% of that, 35% of that needs is not yours or your rents or your bills. Okay. So also be mindful of that, man. But it's all like the reason why I mention these things is because people's minds don't think of these real life scenarios. And it's all fun and games yapping it up in people's inboxes and DMs. But little things like that, they don't know how capital gains taxes work, how much they pay in their state. You survey them, your audience, and tell them use it without Google, see how many people will be able to tell you without using Google, right? They don't
Mhm.
have these type of plans in place. So it's just like more conversations like these would be able to educate the community so that there's not all this fear mongering looming. Like we just need to be more structured and like use the vast knowledge. Don't think about it just like, okay, when Moaz, like how should I be preparing for my taxes? How should I be strategizing to exit this place safely? Like how am I going to move forward and try to like whether if I'm leaving, taking my money out of this market, what am I going to do with it outside of the market? Am I just going to buy real estate, land? What sort of flipping opportunities I can do with that money to gain. Because that money sitting in a savings account is basically losing you money, right? So it's more of these prosperous conversations that we should be having instead of what so and so is saying, when margin call, all of that. We need to be having more financial discussion, more financial literacy discussion, so that everybody is armed thinking. Because now you're going to, when you exit this play, we're going to be we're going to be talking, be in a new tax bracket that comes with new responsibilities. You're going to be employing people, when I like you're going to be an employer, like because your Lambo is going to need maintenance, right? Your pool is going to need a pool guy. Your lawn is going to need maintenance, right? You're going to be a boss, right? So you're going to have to start thinking like a boss, right? You're going to have several employees, not just your company. Your money is going to be an employee too, because you got to send it off working. It's like we got to start talking more like that instead of like all this when Lambo stuff and all that. It's fun, but now just get a little serious while having fun at the same time.
Right, while having fun at the same time. Brenda said that she's going to FTD her taxes. I'm like, hell yeah. Here's the problem with FTD and your taxes. They will arrest us. They don't arrest them, but they will arrest us. But yeah, I feel that. The grace is running out. Yeah, the grace. Man, I'm so fucking jealous of you, motherfucker. My sundial man's been out of town. I can't wait till tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah. This is like my little floaty. I just light a little. I set the mood, you know. Oh, did you notice? I just got this rocket. You notice
I
that?
see the rocket back there.
The rocket. That's a symbol. So I think somebody was asking about the poster. So Wu-Tang, if y'all don't know, so Wu-Tang stands for the like my philosophy on life and everything. Um, and Biggie is my spirit animal. And the rocket, we all know where the rocket's going, right? Like to the moon. Yeah, so that's the whole feng shui. Again, this is like my first very own man cave, and I'm basically reliving my teenage years. What is that?
You see my spirit animal right there?
Oh, Boomer.
He's laid out on. He's laid out. He's acting like he hit your bone.
Yeah. My dog Brooklyn, she's upstairs. I named her Brooklyn from my hometown, Brooklyn. She's a doodle. You got a German Shepherd there? Is Boomer a German Shepherd?
He's a miniature German Shepherd. Now,
Oh,
you know, he don't
oh,
like
fun
being,
fact.
he said he identifies as a human. I mean, as a American Shepherd, not a German Shepherd.
Not a German Shepherd. But fun fact, you know DMX? DMX got a big boomer. Well, he had RIPX, but he has a big boomer tattoo on his back, and that was his first dog. Boomer was his first dog. So that's a little fact for you there.
I'm researching. Go ahead and talk for a minute. I'm researching
Oh
this
yeah.
Evergrande has been halted. Trading in shares of China Evergrande units
Let me see if
halted.
there's any questions out there, peeps. Where y'all at?
All right. Let me I'm a screen. I just Googled it. Google knows everything.
Oh, okay.
Let me find which one it is. There it is. I don't remember who it was. It's in the chat, but there it is. This is Rutgers, March 20, which was an hour and a half of China Evergrande units halted. So they have halted.
They have.
Information on that. So there it is.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
interesting. Wow. Interesting. There's a lot of money due on Wednesday. Jesus. March 3rd, 2.1 billion is 2.1 billion is due.
Ooh, that's a hell of a margin call.
Ooh
Um,
wee.
when Robinhood got margin called, that was for 3 billion.
That's insane, man.
There's a whole lot now. There's a whole lot going on for tomorrow.
Hmm.
What y'all want to talk about? We can talk as long as you want. I do a pre-market show at 3 o'clock, but fuck, it's an hour and a half away.
Oh shit, what time? Oh yeah, I forgot. Like we're on different time zones. Duh. Like it's only 11:30 where I'm at,
Damn,
11:25.
where you at?
I've been Arizona.
Oh wow, it's
Just
125 here in Louisiana.
ooh man.
Yep, it's
I
been a
definitely
whole.
got to make my way out to Louisiana. Definitely got to
Now,
make my way
see,
out there, man.
If I was a YouTuber, and I mean, I guess I am because I'm on YouTube, but I would want to stop this right now and go make a video on Evergrande defaulting. I mean, not
Hmm.
defaulting, being halted. But fuck it,
Yeah.
we'll talk about it tomorrow.
You know
I
what
look at
I don't I like with all those, that's yet another catalyst. So I always just wait it out and see how it plays out because when these videos come out, although they're not saying price targets or dates, it's just insinuating that, right? And then people again just go down that dark rabbit hole. So I just waited out and be like, okay, yeah, that's good and dandy, but it
it's
don't mean
funny.
nothing.
It's funny they halted that approximately 2 hours before our market opens. Man, our pre-market might bust.
Oh, if it does, man, because I'm up for pre-market. If it does,
If it
like
does, my a certain part of my anatomy is gonna get hard as fuck. Yes, I've had gator pain,
oh
and it was
man,
good. Y'all want to hear a funny story?
I'll take several rips. I'll take the longest rip of my life just to because
Y'all want
it'll
to hear a funny
really
story
give you
about
that
me
that
swimming?
simulation.
There was one
What was
time
that?
I said, "You want to hear a funny story about me going swimming or wanting to go swimming?"
Okay.
When I got out of prison, my parents and their friends invited me to go on a river ride in the party bars, and I said, "Fuck yeah, let's go." So we going down the river, and they got certain bars that you can only get to from a boat. And yeah, we that redneck down here. Well, we traveling down, and it's called the Garfish Rodeo. Now I don't even know what a garfish is. So we riding down the river. We get to the bar, and they having the Garfish Rodeo. And I'm sitting there drinking, having a good time, and I'm thinking, man, I want to jump in this fucking river. It's hot. I want to go swimming. What the fuck? I ain't swam in 20 years. Well, they pull up in this boat, and they got this fish in the boat. And 3 foot off the front of the boat, this fish is hanging, and about 3 foot off the back end. That's how long this fucking fish was. I said, God
Jeez.
damn. And it had teeth like it could rip you apart. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? It looked like a prehistoric fish.
Yeah.
They said, that's a garfish. I said, that's in this river? And they said, yeah. I said, man, fuck yes. I ain't swimming in this river.
Golly, what kind of wasteland? That's like a mutated fish or something.
It was. It was huge. It was so long, and he won. It was so long because it was a rodeo on who could catch the biggest garfish. And I
Hmm.
said, Jesus fucking Christ, this thing here is so big and got teeth razor sharp. And I want to go swimming. Fuck that. I'll swim in a
So what
swimming
do they
pool.
do? Do they throw it back in or do they like fillet
Oh no, they cook that motherfucker. We cook everything
it?
down here. We cook everything down here.
Dang, man, that's crazy. I've never like been fishing and well, I've fished before, but I've never caught anything bigger than this right here. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a girl.
this is like and it was a tuna. It was a tuna in Alaska, not Alaska, Victoria, Canada. Uh, but yeah, that's crazy, man. But where in Louisiana are you located, if you don't
Uh,
mind?
I'm 30 miles from Baton Rouge, which is the capital.
Okay, cool. 10 D's.
I gave out a lot of information about myself that I'm warned not to do. and people want to visit the shop and everything. And I'm like, I got a problem with, I mean, I don't know who you are. If something goes wrong with this play and you blame me, you come to my shop and shit.
You
And I'm
know
like,
who they need to go to? They need to go to the SEC and like they just leave you alone, paying you like if they have any issues, you go to the source. You don't come to me or any of us, you know. Like the SEC, those boys, you go to all those alphabet DOJ, SEC, all those people, the politicians, Nancy Pelosi's of the world, all of them, you go talk to them. All right.
right. It ain't my fault. I wanted this
Yeah.
motherfucker to pop. I wanted this motherfucker to pop in December so everybody could have a good Christmas.
Yeah. Like,
But man, listen, if you own AMC, it's not financial advice, but if you own AMC, don't miss the pre-market today. You should
don't.
always,
I'm every
always,
pre-market. I'm up, I
every
watch it.
pre-market.
That dictates how I'm feeling that day. Like if the pre-market is not doing anything, I'm like, oh, if it just goes up, move 4 or 5%, I'm like, yeah, it's just I need to see
20,
30, 50.
25,
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, that's what I need to see in the pre-market. And then I'm like, okay, I'm counting down to the millisecond, you know, for
And
the
don't
market open. But
when you see this, because it's coming, I got a feeling it's coming so fast. When you see that pre-market move like that, do not panic sell. That's just
nope.
the beginning. That's just the beginning. The
Hmm.
price will drop because the market's about to open. Don't panic. It's just the beginning.
Yep. It just needs, yeah, you need that. It need a couple of days to breathe, right? That first pop is just going to pop, but it needs a couple of days to breathe. So
That will be that
don't
will
be like,
probably that will probably be like 10% of the shorts covering. So just
yeah.
note, not financial advice, but I would hold.
Again, I foresee FOMO getting into the 600, 700, like you mentioned, right? So that those prices are alone is like, you know, lets you know that it's just a sneeze at that point. You know, it's just like, you know, when you have that sneeze in the pit of your nose and then you just like, right, can't get it out, and you just gotta like breathe it in a little bit more for it all to come out. That's what that FOMO is gonna be. You gotta wait till they actually hat you. All right,
Yeah,
Gesundheit.
well, I believe Bobby, I believe you. We're gonna hit 20. If we hit 20 this week, y'all can get ready for it.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it's gonna step up 20, 30, 35, 45, 50, 200, just like that. Josh
Oh,
says, Josh says, I don't want to settle for anything less than 1,000 a share, but I just need enough for a new truck and to make my initial investment back. That's right. Have goals, people. Have goals. Write them down. Have goals. Get your exit plan ready. I want a new house. I want a new car. I want this. I want that. And set your expectations reasonable, and you'll meet them fucking goals.
oh, so with Josh and everybody listening, right? So with the town hall, right? One of the agendas is for us to try to get on the board, right? With us on the board, it'll give us a better way to convey retail sentiment with this
Be
squeeze.
right back.
So, yeah, so it'll give a better indication to let them know what we're thinking with this squeeze. Like you mentioned, we're not trying to settle anything less than 100. So if you got an inside man conveying 300, 500 price targets, we need an inside man telling them like, no, we need a negotiator. You ever seen the movie The Negotiator?
Oh, I
Like
love it.
we need a negotiator. Like they got people, they got bots, MSM, mainstream media talking to us. We need somebody to tell them like, yo, listen, we're starting 1K is the floor, 1,200 is the floor. Be reasonable. Like we gotta meet them. And if they try to fuck us, then we'd be like, all right, fuck you.
If
3,500
you
a share.
if
Right?
you bought at the top, if you bought at the top in the 70s, and this thing runs to 2,800 to 3,000, and you're not happy with that, something's wrong,
Yeah.
people. You
Yeah.
put $72 a share and you can get a return of $2,000, $3,000. What? That's unheard of.
Like retail, like we need to prepare ourselves for a negotiation, right? Because it's going to get to a point where decisions have to be made. Like, yo, let's start the negotiation process. Retail sentiment says we're not trying this, like anything less than 4 digits is non conversation starter, right? We need somebody to tell them that. Like, yo, 1K a share. Because when they were doing those other squeezes, they called each other like, yo, this is how much I'm charging for these shares. We don't have that person to talk to them. Like,
Well, let's go further than that. Let's go
mhm,
outside the stock and the stock price. We want to buy a gold and silver mine. Somebody that represents us on the board would go, why?
mhm,
And when it's explained to us, then we can come back to the people and explain to the people why we bought a gold and silver mine.
yeah.
Right now, we just we bought a gold and silver mine. Why? Fuck y'all.
Trust me, bro. It's like trust me.
Trust me, bro.
Or a cryptic sort
It's
of
a good
Batman sign.
deal. Trust me, bro. Now it is a
Yeah.
good deal. Don't get me wrong. What
Mhm,
my research is starting to show is there's a lot of silver in that mine, not gold.
mhm.
People are focusing on gold, but silver is valuable too. And from my understanding, there's some silver in that fucking gold. So AA might not have, but what AA has done was
Mhm.
he's excluded the retail from the process.
Yeah.
We only get what he has done instead of what he
Yeah.
is doing.
Mhm. And also, like with um with Adam Aaron, you see how the SEC, Gary Gensler, although it pisses retail off when he comes with these cryptic ass tutorials, right? That's
Right.
what if AMC had that same sort of cheesy ass, this is what we're doing with our liquidity. Like this is why we're investing and diversifying our portfolio. You don't have to necessarily tell us the intricate details, but give us a bone because we're defending him and we don't have all the answers. It's like, oh, he bought a gold mine, yada, 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 but we don't have all the answers. Why should we have to go research
Why
and do
should
the
we have to
DD?
go research instead of them telling us why they done it?
Exactly. Like why do we have to go and look and comb through the internet for these details? We own the company. You're telling us why you're doing that. Like, come on
Who owns
now.
the company?
We do.
We do. You just spent $27 million of my motherfucking money? Tell us why.
Exactly. Like, really, let me know. Talk to me as if I'm like a fifth grader.
A part
Like,
of this.
okay, yeah.
Talk to me like I'm
Like,
a part of this.
put a face to us. They're just like calling us the apes and this and that, but we're just faceless. We have just voices and masses, and some of us don't even have faces. There are people with just the letter of their names as an avatar, and they could have signed up yesterday and try to represent as a retail investor, right? We need an official like retail investor that's
Who can come back
credible. Uh-huh.
and come back and talk to us.
And retail also has a responsibility
Good
of
night, Bobby.
chilling of chilling the fuck out when it comes to attacking YouTubers and whatnot. Because unless you putting your face out there, your name, your integrity, everybody that's putting their face out in this play has their stain in the play. So long after the play is done, you massless, just initial names in the comment sections can just disappear into your lives while everybody that's been talking about this play have to be known as, oh, you are the AMC dude, da 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 da, right? So have the responsibility of like, yo, this dude is doing me a favor by representing me, right? Let me be an adult and communicate to him as an adult. Write out your frustrations in the pen like in a journal or something, scream into a pillow, go take a walk, and then come back calm down, ready to talk. Don't be like F you. Like,
I've
come on
learned
now.
that. I apologized to everybody for my Tony D video, and I took it down because it's not encouraging, you
Yeah.
know. And it was me ranting, and we don't need somebody banging on the keyboards like I did. Like I
Yeah.
did. I'm guilty. I done it.
Like, chill out, man. Like, act like y'all been here before. You know, this is one of the reasons. It's sort of like giving a pack of wild animals the keys to the kingdom. We're literally going to get the keys to the kingdom, and we're acting like freaking animals. You know, it's sort of giving. I don't know if you guys watched Game of Thrones, but it's sort of like giving that tyrant Joffrey, you know, all the power to, like, we're going to have a lot of power once this play is over. You want to be known as the motherfucker saying this and this and that in the comments? Like, come on, man. Act civilized out here, B. So we need to just chill out, act like adults. Yes, we're not getting what we want now, but over time, it will all change. So let's start acting like reasonable human beings. With all the adversity that we've been through, like, just chill out, man. It's going to work out. We're not going to get played. Only turn up if we get played. You know, right
Only
now,
turn up. Don't panic
oh,
yet.
no.
Wait till they take your sell button. Then it's time to panic.
Yeah, wait till those glitches come. Then it's like grab your pitchforks and
And-
AKs and all that. But right now it's just like, you know, the crazy thing is there's so many people, there's people that's in my life that's in this play, and their spouses are completely oblivious to it. You know, so they sneak behind and just like, okay, I'm just going to, you know, do all this and not tell you the intricate details, right? And they're just hiding it from their significant others or hiding it from people closest to them. So they end
Mhm.
this battle by themselves, right? So I feel you on that. You feel alone, and you feel like you have to, like, put all this on your shoulders. Like, damn, how am I gonna look my shorty in the eye, or how am I gonna look at my husband in the eye or whatnot and tell them that this is over? Now I can understand turning up when that happens. But for now, just play it cool, man. Like, we end this. There's all of us together conversing night to night, hopping from channel to channel, like, talking. This is sort of like a support group, you know. It's sort of like a support group where we just kicking it around a bonfire, talking about our frustrations. But at this stage of the game, let's look for solutions, you know. Let's look for solutions, and we'll be able to make it, man. Because I think the solution is, for one, getting our cash up. Now, people don't want to hear that. AMC is
Good night,
the end
Eddie.
all be all, right? People don't want to hear that end all be all. But oh yeah, wait, yeah. So yeah, people think that AMC is the end all be all. To be honest, retail's cash is drying up. We need to cash up. Okay, so whatever that means for you, picking up an extra shift, you know what I mean, getting another job, we're going to have to find a way
Cut
to
some
cash up.
grass.
We're going to have to find a way to cash up, get some extra money. Coach, if you're a musician, do some piano classes or something.
Ask for
Like,
donations.
exactly. Start a YouTube channel.
If you were a musician and you was ready to take your pause, I would say you would tell the audience, hey, if y'all haven't bought into AMC, you better buy at least one share.
Yeah, but like, find a way to make extra cash, because that's where the stress is. Cost is going up, and retail's money is either stagnating or going down, right? So find a way to get some extra cash, man. And the more we have those conversations, we'll be able to talk about different ways of getting that.
Now we're talking about getting extra cash to be able to buy more shares. This AMC MOAS, I'm sure you're joking, but take out a second mortgage. I do not recommend that. Do not go in debt.
Nope.
This is what we're talking about. Hustle. We're talking about hustling.
Yep. We got to get our cash up.
You get a few more dollars to do a little bit more.
Yeah. That's like start a I hate to say it, but this is only for the people that complains the most. It's not for everybody. The ones who put in their money and just feel entitled. And I'm saying this because I was that guy, you know. I put in my money, I was feeling entitled, like, yo, this should have squeezed already, right? And it didn't. So what did I do instead of complaining? I was like, yo, let me cash up. Let me get my hustle on. How do I do that? Look at what people who making money doing, right? So I'm looking at financial YouTubers. They're hopping in other plays. Cool. I'm looking at other YouTubers with side hustles. They're doing this. They're flipping products. Cool. So how can I do that? Take 10% of that, cash here, savings there, boom, boom, boom. And then I'm like, yo, why isn't anybody talking about this at this point? Now, if we're in this play in June, I forgot, there was an article that's saying when people get their tax returns, there's a certain amount of window where they get it and then there's out the door again, right? So I think it's around June again. So I think it's around June or July.
Richard, good night.
Good night, Rich. Yeah. So
see you on the moon.
Thinking that your tax return is going to pay for this, that's going to go by June again, right? So what is the plan after that money dries up? And it's all about starting with a plan, man. Let's start having those conversations.
Listen,
any accountants in the building?
We always talk about the exit plan, but nobody ever talks about the buying plan, the buying strategy. You have to have a buying strategy, people. You don't go into debt to purchase any stock, AMC or whatever. You know, I was going to go get a loan for $1,000. Now, that loan's probably going to cost me about $17 a month or whatever, but that's cool. You know, if you can afford it, the extra, whatever, and you buy more shares, but don't go in debt. Don't put your family in a financial situation where now you're, like he said, you're hiding it from your wife. You don't want to talk about it because you're embarrassed that it's going down. We feel that. We feel that. I am single, but I understand if you have, I've got friends that I've told about this stock and they bought in, and every day they ask me, what's the price of AMC? And I got to go 16. You know, they're like, what do we buy in at? 42. But just hold and believe. That's what I tell them. Just believe, man. It's gonna happen, man. I can't wait. We got an hour and 15 minutes till pre-market. Y'all are so lucky. Your pre-market, pre-market's gonna open at what time for you?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. I gotta wait till 3 o'clock.
Jeez. Yeah.
Very good. Very. KM Fung just made a good. Don't buy AMC shares using margin.
Yeah.
Because they'll liquidate all your money and then they'll holler for you need more. They'll margin call the fuck out of us. They ain't margin calling them.
Nope.
So don't do that.
Just like, you know, they would basically not want to use the dark pool once the whales are dumping, right? So when the dark pools are used for like the large shares, they don't want to use that when the whales are dumping so that they could drive that price down. That's the same way they're trying to fuck us. So
and let me help y'all understand something about the dark pool and the volume of the dark pool. if they want the price to go up, and they do in some instances, they'll dip it so far and then let it come back up. So that's one of their strategies. Be prepared for that. Just because it runs up, it's going to come back down. Their strategy is to get the FOMO buyers.
Mm-hmm. Question is, wrinkle brains out there, right? For the wrinkle brains. Let's say BlackRock, Vanguard dumps all those shares at once, and it's in the dark pool. Does it keep that share? Does that selling pressure stay in a window? Like, let's say they own 44 million shares. They're not going to dump it all at once, right? But how many is going to be selling at a particular price target for them?
If they want the price to go up,
Mm-hmm.
they send the selling pressure to the dark pool.
Yeah.
If they want the price to go down, they send the selling pressure to the dark pool.
Yeah.
They manipulate it. A lot of people, I heard the guy from New York say, they're ping-ponging it down. Yes, but they ping-ponging it up too.
Yeah. It's like how long can they play that game, right? Like, because if you following that same metric, that video game, right? If they're ping-ponging it down, right? There's a certain point where the game has to speed up in order for it to maintain its rhythm, right? It's like you put in as much as you put in, as much energy as you put in, what does that affect, right? The more you put in, the more it comes out, right? So if it's doing that same thing, it's going to have to keep matching it constantly, and there's going to get to the point where it has to go fast, and that's basically how they'll probably have to break it. You know, the speed is going to have to be out faster than what the algorithm will be able to handle.
Man, we're doing good. I'm looking right now at my YouTube channel. I see 153. I see right here 150.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I'm gonna take a second, run over here and grab the link. Please sign up for the town hall meeting. We're gonna.
Okay.
It's not gonna be me and CZ talking. It's gonna be people like Jackson Hunter. If I can get Big Ons and them talking to the board of AMC. Now, rather the board is there, I'm putting the link in the chat.
I just signed up, y'all. I literally just signed up.
If the board is there or somebody representing the board is there, great. If they're not there, then we're going to take the recordings of Jackson Hunter and the town hall meeting and send it to them. They will watch it, I promise y'all. But just please sign up so that I can notify y'all in another means other than YouTube that the town hall is beginning. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you. Pay no attention to me and CZ drinking and getting high. That's what the fuck we do. And some of y'all do some nasty shit too. So I don't want to hear it. Y'all do it behind closed doors. At least we're open with
you got your hands in your pants, right? Looking at us talking.
So relax with me and him having a good time. We're real. We're real.
They probably farting and got Funyuns on their chest and whatnot.
Yeah. So please sign up for the town hall so you can get the notification through email and YouTube, and you won't miss it. It's gonna be epic, I promise all of y'all. But it won't be me and CZ. It'll be Jackson Hunter and who. I'm hoping to get Rico to talk about. Rico did a video about letting them go ahead and do the share offering because we need some new shares for buy pressure to go up. Brenda brought up, or I think it was Brenda brought up. Yeah, it was Brenda. Why can't we do a rights offering? If you're gonna dilute the stock, offer it only to the shareholders. And I agree with that.
So with new stocks come new serial numbers, right?
Right.
So with those new stocks that come into play, what happens to the synthetics out there? Because you
Well,
can't swap them with the new ones, right?
no, 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 no.
You
It
can't.
when
So,
there is no. I did a video about it, or I might have talked about it on a live stream. There's no difference between a real share and a synthetic share till you hit the sell button. When you hit the
mhm,
sell button and there's no more shares to sell or buy or sell or whatever, that's when the synthetics kick in. That's when they start purchasing the synthetics. The shares aren't there. What do? When you hit sell, the broker has to cover it. If he don't have the share to cover it, then it's cash. See, we're not transacting money for shares. We're
mhm.
transacting money for a number in our account. Now, when the time comes, we hit the sell button, and what do we get? We get money. So we transacted money for money.
Yeah,
Get the real and synthetic shit out of your head.
yeah. It's literally because with the new share offerings, it's like, for one, is it going to be a because when you having a new share offering, you have your different ETFs and all that, the opportunity to buy your institutions, pension funds, et cetera, opportunity to buy. How much is going to be allocated for retail to buy? Or is it just all going to be all hitting the market at once and it's going to be just a free for all?
Well, if they throw 25 million shares out there for anybody to buy, institutions will take advantage of it. If
Yeah.
institutions buy 20 million of the 25 million shares, then guess what they can do? They can loan them.
Hmm.
But if they do a rights offering like Brenda suggested, then retail only has the power to buy. Now,
Yeah.
institutions own shares, so they would get the right to buy the shares too. But
Hmm.
it's not open to all the institutions, only those that are buying and holding AMC.
Yeah.
I signed. Stock Market Junkie said I signed up, but I think the squeeze will happen by the event date, which is April 22nd. Um, Stock Market Junkie, I agree with you. But here's the thing: I wanted to do this town hall meeting back in November, and then I put it off because there was a catalyst coming. So I waited for the catalyst to happen, and then it didn't. The stock price didn't move. So then in December I wanted to do it, and there was a catalyst. So I waited, and nothing happened. So what's happening is I'm tired of waiting on a catalyst to move this stock, which I knew it won't do it anyway. But the point is this: we can wait and wait and wait and wait until and do nothing, or we can take a proactive step and do a town hall meeting. Now, if the squeeze happens before the meeting, I wouldn't give a fuck. Give me my money. Town hall meeting is irrelevant. But if it doesn't happen before April 22nd, we're going to have that town hall meeting and they're going to hear our fucking voice.
Also, do we know who represents um AMC? What law firm and who actually
That's a
represents?
very good question.
Because he
You're
says
getting
his
like Tony
lawyer.
C. Hey, you're getting like Teddy now. You got to
Oh,
give
my
give me
bad.
your whole face.
I gotta make sure that it doesn't
That
fall
Teddy Z
again.
half face shit, I can't watch it.
I do. Oh, there we go. Let me fix this. There we go. All right. I don't want my phone to die, so it's on the charger. All right, there we go. Yeah. So, my thing is, who is the law firm advising Adam Aaron or AMC on what he can or cannot say? And can you, since you represent them and we own the company, do we get to talk to you guys, the lawyer,
Right.
right? And then on top of that, it's like, can we relay messages because you are our attorney, right? We own the company, you're advising for the company. Can you sort of be the negotiator for us, right? Because he's saying the law can't do this. Who is his representatives and do they represent us? If anybody could find that out, hit them up, be in their DMs and shit.
Ooh,
You know
I'd
what I'm
love to have
saying?
that son of a bitch on. He come on and he explained what he can and can't say. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Cause all right, Adam, you can quiet, you know what I mean, put a zip in it, but your representative, if you could give him the all right, I can talk to the apes and let them know what's going on. Cause at this point, it's like he's saying he can't do nothing, advising by the law, his lawyers. All right. Are
Then
they
the
your
lawyers need to
lawyers?
talk to us.
Yeah, are they your lawyers or are they AMC's lawyers? Or are they both? Right? Let us know so that we can talk to you and see, like, all right, this is retail's concerns with our investment, and let's go forward and see what we can do and what answers we can get at this point. Because we're just looking at all these characters that's on stage, but we don't see behind the curtains the people that's actually putting the play together, right? We need to talk to them. All these cast of characters, your Gary Gensler, that other woman's name, your Michelle Yellen or Janet Yellen, whatever her
Janet
name is.
Yellen, yeah.
Yeah. Who else is it? DOJ. Who's the DOJ investigator? Who's the lead investigator? We don't know none of these people's names. They got no faces. It's just letters on a freaking headline. DOJ investigates. Who is these DOJs? Are they just three letters? Like who are they? Like what are they investigating? Are they representing us? Answers, people. That's what we need, man. That's the DD that we need. We need to know who these puppet masters are behind the scenes. Peel back the curtains and shit.
I want to check this out. Alexis, did you register for the town hall meeting? Brenda Queen of Swords asked. And his response is, nope, and I won't. Thanks. Now, why would not somebody that holds AMC not want to be at a shareholder meeting? I don't understand.
Yeah,
Why,
that don't
if
make
you
sense.
have shares in AMC, would you not attend a meeting to discuss concerns for this company? I don't understand. But that's cool because I'm seeing 153 people here. And I've already
I
asked
think
you.
I think it's the message. I think it's like they want a freaking hero. They want Captain America out there. At the end of the day, they don't want your average Joe, being putting on this. They want Captain America. They want Elon Musk. If Elon Musk was to hold this town hall meeting, everybody will show up.
You
He's our
fucking
Captain
right.
America.
If Elon Musk was to say, hey, AMC shareholders, let's get together for a shareholder meeting, million people would show up.
Show up easily. They wouldn't even they would buy AMC in droves before they show up. It's just like the messengers. They don't. It's something about human nature and hierarchy. They just don't see us average Joes putting this together. But if it works, they'll be the first ones to benefit from it. But if it doesn't, they're like,
Yeah.
it wasn't going to
If
work
the
anyway.
town hall meeting could arrange to where a retail investor could sit on the board, you're gonna be hollering, oh yeah, great. You're gonna want to vote on who it is, but you didn't want to attend the town hall that got the shit started. Come on, man.
Mhm. That's
But that's
exactly
your
why.
choice. That's your
Yeah.
choice.
That's exactly why people don't know why Gary Gensler got to where he is. It's the unaccountability. It's like, okay, it's like whatever, it'll take care of itself. Other apes will do it. They'll take
Man,
care
I'm
of it
so
for me.
proud. I'm so proud, and I'm kind of discouraged. Right now, we have 123 people scheduled where I can notify them. Now, 200 or 300 will show up once we get started, but we have
Hmm.
123 people on the subscribers list. But we have 147 people in the live stream. So
Yeah.
if you have not registered, please do.
Hmm. It's literally just open another tab if you're on your computer and just put your email in, man. Just that simple. Um, yeah,
Rama
but
said more people will join if you state solution town hall offers. I'm afraid of the meeting will be just a bunch of complaints with no solutions. Speak solutions. That's why I want to get the ones who have the answers to present the presentations for the town hall, like Panthy,
Yeah.
like Jackson Hunter. So y'all got me fucked up now. I've been drinking beer. But that's the whole point of the town hall, is to have professional people with the knowledge that can present it in a professional way to the board. It's not going to be me and CZ sitting there getting drunk and smoking pot. It's going to be them doing a professional presentation. But I'm going to host it, and I'll be sober when I do it.
Yeah. And on top of that, it's like at the end of the day, we just want we all know why we're hosting the town hall. It's not a secret, it's not like we're trying to sneak one past the goalie, or fart in the elevator and point at somebody else, but it's literally just to discuss why is it taking this long for us to squeeze. And we understand that you can't answer these type of questions as a CEO, but there's certain catalysts that can occur by us just doing a little bit of digging, but in regards to this naked shorting, right? Like, if, again, it comes down to the lawyer. If Adam Aaron says, I cannot discuss this ongoing situation when it comes to synthetic shares and naked shorting, right? Because he's advised by lawyers. There's a reason. So that automatically tells me there's a discussion regarding this issue.
There's a discussion about it, and they're telling
Yeah.
you not to tell us. You're right.
Yes. Now, what do the lawyers know? Okay. This is people's money, livelihoods on the line. At least give us some answers. We're not saying like, okay, press the button to squeeze. We're like, yo, we're in this play. This play has gone abnormally too long. Like, it is not natural for something to occur, for this to take this long. So the reason being is because there's something that's abnormally happened, right? Something happened that's out of the ordinary. We're just trying to understand what that is by asking questions. Now we get those answers, and as an independent individual retail investor, eighth investor, you now have the answers to make informative investment decisions, right? Now, do you want to continue based on what the answers we found with failure to deliver synthetic shares, yada, yada, yada? So now, so that we have like, because everybody's just, when it comes to them just following people's DD, the DD hits a wall, and it constantly hits that same wall over and over again. We get there, the DD is done. It's because there's other factors at play. And when we get those answers will be able to be like, oh, okay, you guys are talking about it now. Oh, okay, then this, and more answers going to reveal. So the more answers, questions, answers, questions, answers, closer to that MOAS. So
All
at the
right.
end of the day, we just want more answers, man.
I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to take a 5-minute break from me and him talking, and I'm hoping this will work where y'all can watch, if you haven't seen it, Jon Stewart talking about Jim Cramer. It's hilarious. I hope y'all can hear it. I'm gonna switch it over, and then I'll come back and see if y'all can hear the broadcast. It's wonderful, people. I'm telling you, it's worth 5 minutes of watching.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, have you?
No, I haven't seen
He
it.
slams.
I'm
He slams a fuck. He slams a Jim Stewart. Y'all can see that right now,
yeah.
huh? Jon Stewart's.
Okay, I can see it now, but you got to make it
All
bigger.
right, let's hope we can hear it.
It's okay not to know something, right? It's even okay to be wrong from time to time. Like I've been plenty of times But when you come off as a know-it-all, or you come off as somebody who thinks only regular working people are wrong and rich guys are always right, then you draw a lot of attention to yourself. Examples: Newt Gingrich. He worries about his rich investor friends who, quote, don't trust this administration. Sunday, right? And he got called out on it after saying it on Meet the Press. On this news, Bob mocked Americans who can't pay their mortgages, and then he got called out on that. And then Jim Cramer. Here now, Jon Stewart.
I heard a thing from CNBC. Although Jim Cramer did write an article for Main Street complaining that we had unfairly used a video clip out of recommended buying Bear Stearns a week before it collapsed. Okay, I was wrong. Actually, it's true. He wasn't saying to buy Bear Stearns. He was simply saying that if Bear was your broker or that your money was at Bear, your money would not disappear. He was not addressing the value of holding Bear stock. So, Jim Cramer, I apologize. That was out of context. Technically, you were correct. Can
y'all hear that?
Bear Stearns. That was something that you did 5 days earlier in your buy or sell section.
I believe in the Bear franchise. You know what? It's $69. I'm not giving up on this thing.
Yeah! Of course, Cramer wasn't giving up on Bear at 69. 11 days later, the stock market was more comfortable with it at 2. But it's all sort of equivocal. I'm reiterating, I like Bear at 60s, I like Bear in 70s. He's not saying literally asking you to buy Bear Stearns. For that, you have to go back a full 7 weeks before the stock completely collapsed.
I'm asking people who are watching this video to buy Bear Stearns.
Now, that was 7 weeks before it collapsed. In the interest of context, continue.
I'm asking people who are watching this video to buy Bear Stearns. Now, Bear Stearns acts much better than it should. Now, that's just intuition, and I don't want to put too much faith in intuition, but I have had over 29 years of investment. Just think that this one has a big upside and probably downside here. I think that last quarter they've staunched the losses. They're good at cutting their losses at Bear, but Bear, I believe, is for sale, and I think there are many buyers.
Could be a bidding war.
Yes.
All right, Jim Cramer said it here.
Telling
Wall
people
Street
to buy
Confidential.
Bear.
Buy Bear.
Bye, Bear.
You!
Hey, that's
Not the end of it. Cramer appeared where he was shown, as he's looking at it, the Stewart clip.
Jon Stewart and you are having a little war on words.
A comedian's attacking me. Wow.
Daily
He
Show.
runs a variety show.
All right, but you know what he's saying about you, that you advise investors to buy Bear Stearns. You said you were taken out of
On
context.
October 6th of 2008, I came on this show and did something if you have a stock show. I said people should sell everything. But that was 35% ago. I mean, whatever he says, Bear Stearns, this or that, that was a call that should have wrecked my career. And it would have if the market gone up. But I stuck my neck out and did it and saved a lot of people money.
Let's show the tape that he from last night, okay? What is about you?
Jim Cramer, I apologize. That was out of technically, you were correct. You weren't suggesting to buy Bear Stearns. That was something that you did 5 days early in your buy or sell section.
I believe in the Bear franchise. You know what? It's $69. I'm not giving.
He's not saying literally, I'm asking you to buy Bear Stearns. For that, you'd have to go back a full 7 weeks before the stock completely collapsed.
I'm asking people who are watching this video to buy Bear Stearns.
Did you make a mistake?
Did I make a mistake? Okay, well, first of all, anytime you recommend a stock and it goes down, you've made a mistake. Here's a shocker. Almost every stock is down. Any stock you recommended is bad. Warren Buffett, I could run tapes for him. He would look like a complete fool. This is a terrible market, which is why I told people to sell everything. But you think he's going to run that tape? No, because he's got a comedy show.
I thought the Daily Show's take on me getting tased was painful. Ouch.
That was gold, man.
It is. It really is. If you watch the whole Jim Cramer episode, it's hilarious how he fucking handles Jim Cramer. That's why people say he's not on our side. Yeah, he is. He's not doing it for views either. That man could talk about sitting on the toilet eating M&Ms, and he's gonna get 1 million views.
All right, peace. So with that being said, I got a margin call myself to bed. You know, wifey
All
is giving
right.
me a little nudge to come, but yeah. What's next? Before I dip, what's next? CSI, what we up to this week? What's on the agenda?
Do I? Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go lay with the
Yeah, I
wife.
have to
get
go,
that.
but I'm asking you, like, what's on the agenda for the week? What are you going to continue to focus on getting as many people to sign up?
Oh, sure, of course. Everybody needs to be at, if you own AMC, you need to be at this town hall meeting to hear the presentations that are going to be given. It's just as simple as that. But no, this morning, as a matter of fact, it's 2:00 in the fucking morning. I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos. One of them's going to be my SHIB burn, where I go burn $250 of SHIB. That's about 12 million, which is cool. That doesn't sound like a lot concerning what the circulating supply is, but you have to remember, just 2 days ago, they burned 1.5 billion in SHIB. So everybody combined, it makes a fucking difference to burn the circulating supply. You don't spend your own money. The $250 that I will be spending to burn SHIB is from ad revenue from YouTube.
Yeah.
I do that for y'all. I'm going to be buying more AMC, so I'll do a video on that. I bought a new Camtasia editing program, so I got some new videos coming out that are going to be great.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about what the new strategy is that the hedges are using to get you out of this play. That's coming up this week. So we got a lot on.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, I'm gonna stay tuned. I already got the notifications on, so I know when you come on. We'll see if I get them on time. But yeah, have a good night, peace, beautiful people. Like, watch the pre-market. Put your mind at ease for the rest of the day. Okay. It was great kicking with y'all. I will holler on the next one.
See you, ZZ. Love y'all. Be blessed.
Bye-bye.
And I agree. It's time to take a break from this. I have to go piss. The way it is.
All right,
peeps. All right, peeps. Take it out. And he signed out. And I'm going to sign out too for a few minutes. I need to go use the restroom. I got to go sit in a recliner and give Boomer his love. And then I'll be back for 3 o'clock to start the pre-market show, which is about 45 minutes from now. So do me a favor. Please go sign up for the town hall. Share it on your Facebook, Twitter, or wherever you're at so that AMC shareholders will know that they're having a town hall meeting. They need to be there. I love all of y'all. Thank you for being here. Mike, you're appreciated. Zilla, Jonas, I see you. AMC Moass, love you. Jason, glad you was here. Brenda, you are so awesome. They don't give you the respect that you need in those other live streams, but you could be a little nicer the way you say things. I love y'all and be blessed. And I'll see y'all in about